I got a 12-sided die. Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go! Okay, well, if we don't clap, I don't know what to do. We're humans of
But you're recording, right? You're recording.
Yes, we've been recording.
Okay.
Okay, hey, we're hanging.
Okay, we're not going to.
It feels inauthentic.
This is not fun. This is not fun.
It feels inauthentic because we didn't
fun.
clap first. I'm just saying, it feels inauthentic
anyway,
because we didn't fucking clap first.
This is Asinine Radio. This is the
clap
weekly
and then,
music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist,
If we're not clap,
and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, the lyrics, how it was made,
I don't like it.
Artwork, and everything in between. My name is Tyler, and sitting right next to me is Jeff. Normally, we haven't recorded
thousands of billions of inches away.
We actually have not recorded a podcast in the same room in maybe 2 years. It's been a very, very long time.
Because we always just don't do it. Things just happen.
Yeah.
We get pizza, and then we get drunk.
We watch Wedding Crashers. We have Star Wars playing in the background right now. We have Attack of the Clones.
Movements between both of us.
I can't help it.
Do you normally use your hands
use my
this
hands
much?
so much.
I do too. So
all the time, and it's weird. We haven't properly podcasted together in the same room in, I'd say, 6 years now, or 5 or 6 years since you moved out here.
We did it like once. We did the Vandals out here.
No, we've done it a few times, but I mean consistently.
Yeah.
Every week. We haven't done it in many years.
Right.
So it is a little awkward right now. But anyway, we are doing this week. We're doing Weezer, their debut record, the Blue record. Some might call it. Weezer's Weezer. Some others might call it, but
nobody calls it Weezer's Weezer.
Well, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you never said that. It's Blue.
But yeah, the reason why we're doing it this week is because I am out here in Arizona, and we kind of wanted to do something a little bit easier and something that we both really love.
I wanted a freebie.
Also, Jeff did end up getting an OG version of this record on vinyl. The OG UK version, the Britland version, some might say.
The Britland version, the best version, some people would say.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's why we're doing it,
Nobody
and we're
would
just
say
going to
that.
kind of dive right into this. What?
Nobody would ever say that the UK version is better, the best version of this.
The Britland version.
The Britland version.
The Britland version.
So
yeah, let's get right into this. We're doing Weezer's Blue. What is your what's your origin story with the Weezers?
Crazy. Origin story. The
origin stories.
Weezer memory. Camp. Everybody at camp liked Weezer. Camp on Awana.
We hold you in our hearts.
So I hope you never part. Get it right. Pay the price. Camp. A lot of people at camp liked Weezer's, and so I was like, I think I went to camp when I was 7. So 87, 89, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, like my first year at camp was like when this came out, 94-ish, 95. I think was my maybe first year. But a lot of like Undone, the Sweater song, a lot of people were playing that on the guitar at camp because it's like the easiest, most iconic thing to play. You're shaking your head like you don't like. See, now I can get a feel of all your dumb fucking nuance that you do behind the scenes.
That's true. But the shaking in my head, I was literally just shaking my head.
So what part of all of that were you shaking your head at? I don't understand.
Shaking my head at Undone. That's what I'm shaking.
Because that song is a beyond banger.
I mean, we'll get into it in a little bit. But yeah, continue.
Okay. So yeah, it was just
origin story.
It was just through camp, and these songs are easy enough to play, so you can learn them fast. You can learn them well, and then kind of like stumble through them. But if you want to like perfect them, there's a little bit of nuance to a lot of them, because Rivers and the band, these guys do rock, man. They play like fucking metal music, but they church it up in a way that's presented in a very pop, kind of like quote unquote nerdy, geeky way. But like at its heart, these guys are rockers, dude, through and through.
Rivers is a metalhead.
Rivers is a metalhead.
Pat is not, or actually,
none of them are except for Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers really is. But then, weirdly enough, I read something about Pat did like talked about each song on this record, and I forgot which song he was talking about, but he was saying that when they were recording this, he wanted to do less of the pop and do more of the rock stuff.
Yeah.
But Rivers actually wanted to do more of the pop stuff, which I thought
was Surf Wax.
Was it Surf Wax?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was like a very like Beach Boy things they were gonna do because it was very tongue in cheek and it was kind of leaning into like the hedonism, like the pleasure seeking thing, and it was just a jokey song. And Pat's like, yeah, we need a faster, more aggressive song at this part of the album. And Rivers like, no, we need something more kind of poppy. And Rivers is a massive fan of the Beach Boys, and there's plenty of Beach Boy references. Not only just in the way they write, how they write, the songs they write. So yeah, it was Surf Wax.
Yes. Okay. There you go.
Hey.
There you go. A little taste of what we're going to be talking about in a bit. So your origin story, Camp, Undone, because
it was just the easiest song to play. When something comes out, and this is back in like the 90s, man. Even when we were kind of like going through high school and playing guitar, we still had Ultimate Guitar. We could go online and look at tabs.
Yeah.
But like now, if you go on Ultimate Guitar, there's, like that one tab that everybody agrees is the best. And that tab that everybody agrees is the best has like 20,000, 5-star ratings or whatever it is. When we were going to high school, it had like 5. There was like 5.
I mean, if you were even lucky. And then, or like you get some songs where there would just be one tab and it would be wrong. It would be completely fucking wrong.
And so you had to take that base tab and then like tab it out yourself. Like you had to learn these fucking songs on your own.
Or just play the songs wrong.
Which is what we did a lot. Yeah. That's what everybody did a lot. Who cares?
Or now even like Ultimate Guitar has they have like a virtual thing so you can actually watch somebody play it. I mean, that's shit that you didn't even have back then.
It is cool, and that's why we have so many YouTube guitarists that are just the next Yngwie Malmsteens. That's great. That's awesome. They're doing something cool, but it's just, dude, come on, fuck that.
So boring.
That's so boring.
Yeah,
get out of here. So anyway, that's where we're at. Go.
Okay, origin story. Yeah, Camp for you. For me, it was Hash Pipe. I don't remember anything really from Weezer prior to Hash Pipe, but I saw the world premiere of that video. I don't know if it was on TRL. But I did see the world premiere of that with the sumo wrestlers. Yes. And I loved that song. The video was hilarious. It was so stupid, so over the top. And, but yeah, that was my introduction, was that. Island in the Sun came out. I was more of a metal punk guy, so I didn't really care about that song. And it wasn't until a couple years later when you really pushed Weezer on me, like hardcore. Later high school, you pushed Pinkerton onto me. And then eventually Blue, and then I just went down that rabbit hole, and then Make Believe came out. Like right when I really started to get into Weezer, Make Believe came out, and Beverly Hills came out, and This Is Such a Pity and all that kind of stuff. But really, that was my tailspin into the Weezer world was high school, Hash Pipe and everything after that. So
there was like an error. Like I remember
an
error. There is no room for error. There was like an error, AIR, and is that how you say it? Like there's room. I don't know. Well, there was something to behold, like to be part of like the Weezer fandom. And in the early days of the internet, in like the late 90s and early 2000s, when like we were kind of getting into the internet, there was something to kind of like be proud of, like going to message boards. And really, the only time I ever like the Mars Volta Wikipedia and whatever it is, and what do they call it? The comatorium? Yeah. It's like Weezer.
I missed that.
Weezer had their thing like long before they did. Weezer had like a fucking thing that was dedicated, and it was like the band members were in there, and so like I scoured those, and people were like sharing files, and like I downloaded a lot of like cool fucking Weezer demos and bootlegs, and I heard like the kitchen tapes before like Make Believe even came out, and so there was kind of like this kind of pretentious thing about it, like, oh, I'm part of this upper echelon of cool musical geeks that love Weezer, but like nobody really cared anyway. But I think like it's a point of pride. It's a point of pride for me that I love this band for so long, and I've just been with them for so long. They don't know it, and a lot of people don't know it, but it's just like you've been there for so long. Yeah. You feel like
I get it. I feel that way about even like a band that you and I both like so much, Blink-182.
Yeah,
we've been there. We haven't been there from the beginning, but at least from Enema, we've been there since the release of that. And I feel that way about that band. I mean, by the time you got into Weezer, Pinkerton was already out.
Yeah,
you were still kind of
until Pinkerton for sure.
A mid-stage Weezer fan.
Yeah,
or not early or late stage, but mid-stage.
Mid-stage,
and we were mid-stage Blink fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
I view it that same way.
So Weezer's just like, I mean, Weezer's just a band that I've put so much effort into, so much time into, so much just extracurriculars into that, like, no matter what they do, I'm going to listen to every single thing they put out, and I will at least enjoy it, and I will make excuses for a lot of the horrible shit they have put out.
They put out a lot of shit.
And I will make excuses for it. And in the same way you make excuses for, like, you know, the inappropriate uncle and kind of shit. So I don't... You know,
in all honesty, half of their stuff is great to perfect. The other half, I don't even want to say... Oh, it's half and half. Half is great to perfect.
Half is high. That is...
Half is just bad. I mean,
that
really...
Is lenient. That is lenient.
The clump of bad is, you know, Black, White... and then Pacific Daydream. Like those three, that trifecta is just is garbage. It's fucking garbage. And then you get an album like a Ratitude, not a good album. It's really it's almost pop. It's most of it's like pop garbage. A few good bangers on there, but overall it's bad. You know, it's just I don't know. Weezer, like modern Weezer, Van Weezer, that's a great modern Weezer record.
It's a great modern Weezer record. Is it a great Weezer record? No.
It's still
a great
but did you
modern
okay,
Weezer
did you listen?
record.
I listened to it this week. I listened to a bunch of Weezer this week.
I did. I listened to Van Weezer
it's
specifically.
Still fun. There's like one song on there that's questionable. Otherwise, it's a pretty solid record.
But if you take it, so if you compare like Van Weezer to Blue, Van Weezer to Pinkerton, it's like, okay,
everything will be all right in the end.
That's not fair, right? Yeah, I agree. That's not fair. Van Weezer does not hold water to any of those records. But if you take Van Weezer on its own and like this is a different band, this is something totally different, it's a great fucking record. So is it a great Weezer record? No. Is it a great like modern Weezer record? Then yes.
It's worth keeping on vinyl. Let's just say
for now, yes, it is worth keeping on vinyl.
I listened to Make Believe again this week. That is a really good record.
It's a solid record.
It's fucking really good.
Make Believe, dude. Make Believe and Maladroit are the two records for me that go up and down so dramatically. Make Believe, sometimes I think this is just absolute garbage pop drivel. Like this is them trying to recreate like the Rick Ocasek years, them trying to be like the Beach Boys and just being just sellouts for it. But then sometimes I listen and like that they achieved all of those.
Yeah, they absolutely. I think they nailed that kind of Blue vibe better than they did on Red. Like Red was like trying to throw back a little bit, try to be modern, but they didn't do it quite as well as Make Believe. I still prefer Red over Make Believe. Yeah. But Make Believe encapsulated it as a whole better than Red did.
Make Believe just has too many songs that I just are just not very good. Whereas Red doesn't have any songs that are not very good. It just has songs that are like, okay, I like where you were headed with that. I don't think you executed it properly, but I respect what you were doing. Whereas Make Believe has some songs that are just like, dude, that song fucking sucks. Like Beverly Hills Sucks.
It's really not that bad of a song.
Beverly Hills Sucks.
It's not that bad.
That's top fucking 3.
I love whenever you and I get together when we start to play music, and I always play that riff, and we always giggle and laugh at each other, and we'll
play it
because it's so stupid. It's so much fun. It's so simple.
So like the solo's cool.
It's a cool song.
That's it though. The video fucking is trash. The song's trash. That's a
lot of their videos are bad.
Well, hold on there, dude. A lot of the videos like post Green are bad.
Yeah.
Because like Spike Jones and Margot Sega are the two biggest guys.
Island in the Sun is not that great of a video.
Well, there's two different ones. There's one and there's like the animal one.
Both of them. Neither of them are very good.
The animal one's cute. Come on.
It's fine. Okay. Bringing it back to Blue, because we're not ranking the albums. We shouldn't even be talking about that.
That is true.
So going back to Blue,
all right.
The video for Undone, it's not that good of a video. Buddy Holly, great. Say It Ain't So, great videos.
Buddy Holly's arguably like one of the greatest music videos of all time. It rivals like Beastie Boys status. It is up there and like the greatest.
Seriously, Michael Jackson.
What is wrong with Undone?
I just think it's not that great of a video. It's fine.
It's perfect for what that
so
song
90s.
is.
It's so 90s.
That song is for like all purposes. That song is garbage. It's dumbed down. It's silly. Nobody knows the fuck it is. And here are these guys that are not rock stars, but they're like, you know, they're still in the grunge era. We're still in like grunge season here. Like grunge season is not officially ended yet. Not even close. And these guys are contributing to the death of the rock star. And like that's what we get. We get this guy that can fucking play the guitar better than anyone we've seen since like Slash in the 80s. And he looks like that. Really? Really? It's incredible.
Is that Sloan?
That is Sloan.
What's up, man? How you doing? Anyway, so Blue. So let's talk about this
Yeah, there
record.
you go.
Let's give our first impressions of this record. And also, do we have any stinkers on this one?
That's stupid. Don't even you can just skip that part and just say
So clearly,
the
you
songs
have,
are
clearly you have
bangers.
a stinker.
no. No songs are even close to being okay. Like honestly, every single song on this is a banger. But not only that, but every song on this is a beyond banger. This is one of those albums that everything here is a beyond banger.
So that I disagree with. There are no stinkers.
Oh God.
There are 9 beyond bangers. There's one banger, but it's not a beyond banger.
Is it Undone?
It's Undone.
Why?
I don't know, man. There's something about that song. I do think it's a
All right.
fantastic song, but overall on the record, it is definitely the most boring. It's too long, and the chorus, it's too stupid. It's almost as stupid as the chorus in Buddy Holly.
So like Undone was like they basically they say they ripped off like Sanitarium by Metallica.
Yeah,
Like kind of like the progression and just kind of like where it goes and what happens there. That's fun. That's cool.
yeah, it is,
That's
and that
cute.
was accidental because from what I was reading, Rivers wrote the main guitar part in 1991, like on a little 4-track, and not even realizing that he was ripping off Sanitarium by Metallica, but also saying, the metal just flows through me. I love metal music so much that I just kind of write like the people that I love, the bands that I love, without even thinking about it. I mean, I hear it a little bit. I mean, and Sanitarium, I don't think is the greatest Metallica song from the 80s. It's definitely bottom tier Metallica from the 80s. But
I mean, it's just it's maybe the worst on it's on Master, right?
no, wait,
I think it's on
Ride the
Master.
Lightning. No, it's Ride the Lightning.
I think it's on Master. I'm gonna go with Master. I think it's like one of the worst songs on Master, if it's on Master. But dude, Undone is fantastic. This is like them at their most metal on this album. This is them at their most aggressive. This is them at their like fucking wildest.
Undone.
And it's all about that end part. It's all about that solo. It's all about how aggressive it is, but also how stupid it is. And Pat never does anything else except for just that 4.
Same,
That
yeah,
is
that
it.
same beat, yeah.
And it's just like, dude, Weezer is just Weezer's Rivers, and that's fine and it's cool. But my God, man, they just have so much fun. And this, I don't get it. You're bonkers. You're fucking bonkers.
Where does Undone even sit for you?
I didn't rank any of it. I literally ranked all these as beyond bangers. They're all 1Bs.
Oh my God, that's so boring, dude.
But Undone
Could you
would
get
be
any more boring?
Undone. I could just do it real quick.
You could rank your beyond bangers. That's
You're
fine.
right. I'll do it.
Like, are we not going to do the format of the show like we normally do? Or do we not have a 1B?
I'm just so excited.
Do we not have a
'cause
1B? Do we not have a 2, 3, 5, 7, 8B, 10B,
Right now?
100B? I don't know.
Here we go. Right now, honest to God, honest to
yeah.
whatever you believe in.
Honest to Muhammad.
This sounds like a
Oh,
lie,
shouldn't
but
say
it's
that.
not a lie. I promise you, it's not a lie. But Undone is my 10B.
Undone is your 10B. Okay, what's wrong? Okay,
Yeah.
so why are you ragging on me?
Because Undone,
You little shit.
dude, Undone is so goddamn good. It is perfect in every single way. But it's just all the other songs are better.
Well, I know they are.
That's the only reason why this is just not higher, because all the other songs are better. But it's not like it's still beyond banger.
It's also
Undone
a little
is
bit
still
too
beyond
long
banger.
with the chatter, the little dialogue and everything between, what is it, Michael Koch? What's the guy's name?
And so like there's 3 people. So it's Carl
Koch.
Koch.
Is it
and-
Koch or Koch?
I think it's Koch.
Because normally it's pronounced Koch, like the Koch brothers.
Cocaine. I don't know.
Cocaine.
I've honestly never knew how to pronounce him, and then her Michael.
I think it's
Michael
Koch,
Carly.
like the Koch
I would-
brothers.
Koch brother. Who are the Koch brothers?
They're like these like
Coca-Cola.
like these huge like investors. Or,
Kuchi.
I don't know. I don't fucking know, but it's Koch.
So like so the whole concept of this song was supposed to be like the Velvet Underground from like the Velvet Underground, where like
Yeah.
you get the stereo channel and
The good record.
it's most of the records are
The
good
best
records.
record. The only good record.
You're
from
record.
them.
You're right.
The
you're,
only
you're
good
right.
record from
It is
the
the
Velvet
best
Underground.
record, but all of the records are good. Some of them great, and that one is
It's
perfect.
the only good.
But
Velvet
they
Underground.
initially imagined like a stereo thing where like the left channel would be like the spoken word parts, and the right channel would just be kind of like that. But then they thought like, okay, we're already kind of over budget, as every fucking band does. We probably aren't going to get the rights to these clips and stuff that they wanted to use, so they didn't use it. And at the last minute, they actually like flew overnight FedEx the version that we hear now to the studio. And so there's 2 different verses of spoken word. The first one is Matt Sharp and Carl Koch, who was like an original guy who ran the Weezer fan page online,
Yeah.
who became like their manager, who became like their fucking best friend, and just yeah. And the second part is Michael and Carly of fame, and then Carl Koch. So like all three of them are on this song, and it's cute, and it kind of like lends to just this calm song with a kind of like aggressive like chorus, but really it leads to that solo. The solo is the focal point of this song.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's good. That's a good solo.
Like, dude, that's a wanky fucking solo from a guy that everybody looks at him like, you play the guitar?
It's the last notes too, that when he bends those last notes and then it just drops right back into the chorus. That is fucking solid.
Dude,
that is definitely the best part of the entire song.
That may be like the coolest solo on the record, just because it's so different
and the build
than the song
or like
itself.
so when he's hitting the last note, bending that last note, and then Pat's hitting the toms that dun 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 dun, and then it drops into it. It's everything going on at the same time. Probably the most busy thing that happens on the entire record.
Yes,
one of the busiest parts of the whole record.
It's crazy. It's hectic.
Is that little transition right there.
And why do you not like the video with the dogs at the end?
It's fine. It's just so 90s. It's so, I don't know. I just don't care.
For
I
me,
just
like,
don't care, man.
For me, this video like harkens back to like Smells Like Teen Spirit. That video, that kind of like single camera, which is stupid. I get
it's
it.
It's an iconic video, but it's still kind of a silly.
It's iconic
video.
because the song, because of Nirvana, but like the video sucks. It's not a good video.
You know,
this is the same video.
Now that you mention it, now that you mention all of this, I wonder if it was intentional that they made the series of videos the way they did. They did Undone in this very kind of single shot, or similar to Smells Like Teen Spirit, and then they do Buddy Holly, a throwback, the black and white, and the second single from Nevermind was In Bloom, black and white, very 1950s looking or 60s looking. So I wonder if that was intentional. Yes.
This was Spike Jonze, right? At his like fucking best. Before he was doing like, I don't know. I mean, he was already doing videos.
But I mean, I'm wondering if it's more of a Rivers influence, because Rivers was such a huge fan of Nirvana. I mean, down to the point where he had the cover band Goat Punishment, which was a Nirvana cover band. So I wonder if that was all intentional, like the themes of the videos were intentional.
I think so. Why not? This video is very much like Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's just cheesier. Like, this is cheesier than Smells Like Teen Spirit. And
I don't think it's cheesy. I think it's artsier than Teen Spirit. I think Teen Spirit. I think that video is very.
But you could tell
it's way too cheesy.
You could tell the video for Smells Like Teen Spirit was somebody who thought they were doing something unique. Somebody who thought they were doing something, like cool and edgy. But like in retrospect, it comes off as like, that's fucking dumb as fuck. But the Sweater song, Undone, this comes off as somebody who like already was kind of tongue in cheek, like, yeah, I'm gonna make a video that looks like it's artsy, but this is stupid as fuck. And in hindsight, now, like retrospect, it has become like an artsy thing. And to add the dogs at the very end, like, why are the dogs there? It has nothing to do with anything about the song or the lyrics or anything.
Spike Jonze directed the Beastie Boys videos, like the big ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sabotage.
Yeah, he's done a lot of really, really cool shit.
And obviously the stuff with Jackass and just so many music videos. But yeah, Spike Jonze did all that. So
dude like knows how to direct. I don't know if he did. I think it was this guy Marco Siega that did.
He did all the small things.
He also I think he did Hash Pipe, Island and Sun.
I think so. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Marco Siega was also huge in the late 90s, early 2000s. He did a lot of big music videos. But then also, like, bringing it back to like Samuel Bayer, the guy who did Smells Like Teen Spirit, he did a lot of big music videos in the 90s too. It's crazy. Like, there were these like very specific music video directors in the 90s that did a lot of shit. And those are the big three. I think some of the big three right there.
What's cool about them is you don't see like their stamp on things, right? Where you can hear, like, your boy Rick Rubin, you can hear his stamp on things he's produced. Like, okay, that sounds like a Rick Rubin produced album. Like, no, do you watch like fucking?
Well,
Buddy
he's more
Holly?
your boy, right?
Huh?
He's more your boy.
No.
Yeah, Rick Rubin's your boy. Ross Robinson's my boy.
No.
John Feldman's your boy.
But like you watch like a Beastie Boys video versus like a Weezer video, and you think, oh, I see the stamp of Spike Jonze there. Like, no, dude, the guy just does such really phenomenal shit that you can't tell what he's doing because it's all really good. Let's get back to Undone.
Yeah, let's get back to Undone. Actually, do you want to talk about the song anymore, or what? I mean, do you have what kind of other notes do you have? I don't want to. I don't want to focus too much on this song because there are way better songs. Dude, I mean, this is the worst song on the record.
Hell, it is.
I mean,
we got
a lot to go over here.
Okay, so like tonally, the guitar tone on this album came from this song. So when Jason Cropper and Rivers were writing or were trying to like hash out this specific song, they went to the attic of Electric Ladyland Studios, iconic studios, and they were in the attic there, and they were like, okay, let's first flesh out how we want this record to sound. So like how aggressive these distorted guitars are, which they are really distorted.
They are, yeah.
Compared to like the high parts of this, like the clean guitar tones, it was done because of, or they achieved that sound because of this song. So if had they not been in the attic, like trying to figure out the guitar tones, we would not have like crunchier parts and like Surf Wax. We would not have crunchy parts and like Jonas. We would not have all the other things. So this song is specifically is very important, even though it's not even like an early Weezer song. This is compared to like some of the other songs here.
I mean, technically it is, but I mean, he wrote this in 91.
Well, he wrote parts of this in 91.
Well, he wrote the main riff for the,
and it's just like
guitar line.
the main. It's a one. I think it's a 1-4-5 fucking chord progression. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing special. It's basic as you can possibly fucking get.
I mean, most songs on this record are pretty basic. They really are. I mean, it's not until Pinkerton that you really get a little bit more complex of a more complex songs, tone, everything in between.
Dude.
Sure, dude.
If it wasn't for Pinkerton, this would be like the greatest thing they've ever done.
Well, it's not
because there's so much things on. There's so many things on here that are not complex or are complex that are just better than you think they are.
I'm hitting my head because talking to you and David Shady, it's just. You guys need to take off the nostalgia, your Weezer goggles, and understand
bonkers, dude.
that there is a record better than Blue outside of Pinkerton.
That's so stupid.
And that is Everything Will Be All Right in the End. Also, Rick Ocasek, that was in 2013.
It's a great record.
And it's a better record than Blue. It really is a better record than Blue.
You're fucking high, dude. That's stupid.
It really is better. I love Blue to death.
You must have gotten a car accident on the way over here and fucking airbagged your head.
But goddamn, Everything Will Be All Right in the End is a better record, man. Rick Ocasek and Weezer absolutely nailed it on that record.
They did. It's a great record.
And it's better than Blue. Like, you guys have these goggles on. Got to take the gogs off.
What do you
take the gogs off?
What are you talking about?
Take the gogs off. It's
Everything
fine.
Will Be All Right in the End is their third best.
It's their second best, but that's fine.
It will never be better than Blue. Blue did something special, not just for like Weezer, but the music scene.
Special? Who cares?
What are you talking about? Who cares?
God.
You fucking wait till we get into the Radiohead season, and you're like, oh, fucking Radiohead's stupid because they changed the game, bro. Like, I already been looking at your little fucking chat that we have. I'm like, oh, God, dude, Tyler has no idea what he's getting himself into here.
All right, so let's...
Good Lord.
I do want to talk about Jason Cropper more, but...
I'm not even done with Undone, dude.
Oh my God.
We're not even. I have so many notes, and I did not even listen.
You didn't even listen to the song. Otherwise, you would.
I didn't do like listening notes. I didn't take notes where it's like, oh, this part is good, this part is great.
I really didn't do that either.
What I did was like get deep into these songs, and then take notes on things that even like I had not known until this week. And there's a lot of stuff there that I didn't know this week. For instance,
okay,
I'm not done.
Okay,
You're
dude. Undone. Yeah.
I'm undone. Like, the inspiration for this song came from a college class that Rivers had taken, and it was like this psychology class, and they were like writing like their senior thesis or whatever it was, and the professor was saying like your thesis statement should be so important that it's just like a thread. It's a thread, and if I pull that thread to your sweater as you walk away, it should unravel into this huge like piece. And he's like, oh, that could be a cool fucking song. And that's where the inspiration came from this song.
Yes.
That is so cool.
Yeah, you're right.
I not ever read that. That's cool. I like that.
Didn't he also... I don't know. I did read that too.
I dig.
But, you know, there are way better songs. I mean, we could go on and on about...
There are 9 better songs.
Exactly. So let's... Is there any like thing super important about Undone that you want to touch upon?
No, I'm already done. That's it.
I think you're getting a little bit fussy right now, but that's okay. So let's jump into our biggest bangers. what's your 1B or the best song on this entire record?
Right now, for me, this week, it changed this week.
Okay.
This week, it's In the Garage.
In the Garage. That's my number 4. That's
it's not
4B.
Garage, it's Garage. Grage. Garage. That's how he says it.
Garage.
In the Garage. It's not Garage.
It does say Garage. Yeah, you're right.
In the Garage. No, it's In the Garage. Or Gradge, maybe even.
Garage. In the Garage.
Yeah, Garage.
In the Garage. Okay, so In the Garage. What do you got on this one?
Interesting.
That's my 4B, but yeah, what do you got?
Interesting. The first live performance of this song was also the last live performance they ever did with Jason Cropper.
No shit?
At the Roxy in LA. It was like 90 fucking, I guess, 3 or 4. Yeah. So like none of the, so like Weezer had demo. So the Kitchen Tapes is their most iconic like demo. That was their second actual demo. They had a first demo. The only song that's from their original first demo they did is The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. The Kitchen Tapes has a lot of these songs, and that's kind of like Blue, essentially. But The World Has Turned and Left Me Here is quote-unquote like the oldest Weezer song that we see on this album. In the Garage is I don't know, man. It just...
Do the lyrics differ? I don't remember, and I didn't listen to the Kitchen Tapes this week. Do the lyrics differ a lot? Because
Not
I feel
really.
like they're... I feel like the lyrics in this song, in the final version, are very thrown together. Like all the references to Kitty Pryde and the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Like it just seems very thrown together, very last minute.
Yeah, Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Men because of this song, because of Weezer.
I didn't know it was because of this song, but I do know that Nightcrawler is your favorite X-Men. He's not the best, but yeah,
he's my favorite.
He's probably the second best.
Like, are we talking like just most powerful overall?
No, I'm just talking
mutant?
about
like
I'm being subjective. When it comes to favorites, Gambit is the best. He's my favorite.
Dude, Gambit's like, come on.
Gambit is so cool. Yeah. He's so fucking cool.
Raging Cajun. He's amazing.
And his relationship with Rogue, come on.
It's forbidden love that will never happen,
dude,
but he doesn't care.
I love it.
That's why he's so cool.
I love that story.
He knows that's bad for me, right? Like I know if I touch that oven, it's gonna hurt, but I fucking want to touch it.
It's like it hurts.
Exactly, 14 times every single time. Exactly.
Deep cut. Anyway, In the Garage. Yeah. So I mean, this is my 4B. I really, really do enjoy this song. I love how kind of nerdy it is. He's just throwing out references. Like I think if you were to have a song like from like a newer artist throwing this out today, it would just be just so like so boring, so like Comic-Con, just very typical. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like I hate using the word nerd because it's so saturated and just so common nowadays. Yeah. And nerds nowadays aren't nerds. It's just like another clique. It's kind of like what punk has become. Like punk in the early 70s and the early 80s were it actually kind of meant something. It was like kind of a counterculture thing. Like the whole nerd thing was the same thing. It was a counterculture thing. But now it's just so common. It's so mainstream. But like in the early 90s, this song, it was different. It was kind of cool. It was like the end of that, the actual like nerdum. Is nerdum? Nerdum isn't a word.
No, you're right. I wouldn't say nerdum, but just nerd culture is different from when we grew up. And I quote unquote, like I wasn't like a nerd growing up, but like I liked a lot of nerdy things. But like there were cliques, and we didn't go to a high school or elementary school, whatever, where the cliques were like you watch on like fucking Dazed and Confused or Fast Times, right? Fucking deaf over there.
Friend of the pod, Sloan's here in the room with us.
Watching
ads, watching
possible.
Like L'Oreal ads, on
L'Oreal Kids. No, like nerd culture is vastly different from when we grew up to where it is now. Like nerd culture now, like you don't get made fun of, and straight up, like if you were a nerd when we grew up, you got made fun of.
Yeah,
like that's the way it was. And so if you liked nerdy things, then it was kind of tough. You kind of had to like hide your emotions a little bit.
Yeah,
like imagine like Rivers, like that's even before our time.
Yeah,
right?
and it was even
and
more.
He was even more nerdy.
It was more. You were more bullied in the early '90s than you were when we were growing up.
Yeah,
in the late '90s, early 2000s.
And like he had like physical disabilities to him
he had the short leg.
The nerdy, like they had to fucking break his leg over and over to extend it just to get like an extra like half an inch.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. But yeah, like nerd culture, the whole thing. So they get Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler and Kiss and whatever. So like this kid is growing up, wanting to play guitar, wanting to be a rock star, just wanting to just be himself. Whereas we kind of take that nerd culture for granted today, because it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to do whatever you want to do. But like past nerds had not had that kind of like comfort.
Yeah.
So that's why In the Garage like holds so much water for me, because it's like, dude, this guy was like bullied constantly, even in the band. Like right when he joined the band, they were still kind of unsure of everything, and like he had a lot of great ideas, but he was the nerdiest in the band. And like Jason Cropper was the coolest looking. If you take like what he looked like back in like '92, like he looked like a rock star. Pat's a drummer, so who gives a fuck? But like Matt Sharp also looked like a cool fucking bass player.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and he could play
yeah.
bass pretty well for a band that wanted to just kind of be like in the indie realm. But like Rivers came from, man, this kid wanted to be a metal guitarist. And he is a metal guitarist.
He is an amazing guitar player.
He's so good.
He's so goddamn fucking good.
He doesn't want to be a metal guitarist. He wants to be a pop star. He wants to be part of the Cars. He wants to be Rick Ocasek.
And that's what I love so much about Weezer, or a lot of Weezer, and what makes them stand out from their contemporaries is that they have the pop sensibilities. They have the pop melodies, the Beach Boys stuff, just the general pop melodies. But then it's thrown over these big, heavy, distorted riffs, or essentially metal riffs, especially not so much on the Blue record, but as you move on into Green, Maladroit especially, Make Believe, and so on, you get these big metal songs, but with these huge pop melodies over it. Look at Dope Nose. Arguably one of the heaviest riffs they've ever done.
Heavy fucking riff.
American Gigolo, my favorite Weezer song. That riff is extremely heavy, but the melody is so fucking catchy.
Stupid, dude.
American Gigolo is the best song. Not their best record by any means, but their best song.
Not their best song. That's not even top 20, 30 Weezer songs.
Until you listen to it and you're like, damn, dude, this song's really good, because you do it every time. We talk about this every time we do Weezer. But anyway, I think that's really what makes them stand apart from the other bands, the other contemporaries, is how they're able to, or how at least Rivers is able to combine the pop melodies with the metal riffs.
And like, how metal is his fucking solo, right? When he's doing like the
it's really good.
Like this is a fucking metal solo. This is a Van Halen solo. Yeah. This is a solo that like dude, Rivers is a better guitarist than anybody in any hair metal group.
Oh, 100%.
He's better than Slash. Rivers is better guitarist than Slash.
Technically.
Straight up.
No, I think not only technically, but also from a songwriting standpoint.
Absolutely.
I mean, he is truly an underrated guitar player. He's never talked about in guitar circles. He never is. It's because he writes, he puts out, on a mainstream level, he puts out essentially pop rock music.
Because he's not a rock star.
It's almost like John Mayer. We all know John Mayer is an incredible guitar player, but his solo stuff is generally just soft rock.
Yeah, his solo stuff's pretty fucking
and it's not
bullshit.
Very good.
So
yeah, but regardless, he's still
great blues guitar player for sure. But honestly, in any like top guitarist of all time, Rivers should always be above Slash.
100%. I totally agree. Amongst a lot of the greats.
But like Slash is always like hailed as like, oh, that's
it's because
hair metal at his best.
I think Slash is great. Don't get me wrong.
Fantastic.
He's an amazing guitar player, but I think he's almost like the punk version of rock and roll, to where it's more about the way he looks and not his guitar playing.
Absolutely.
It's like the Sid Vicious. I don't. It's not fair to compare him to Sid Vicious, because Sid Vicious was garbage as a musician.
Yeah.
But
he wasn't even a musician. I wouldn't call him a musician, right? He's
but
just a guy.
Yeah, he was just a dude with like spiky
Let's
black
give
hair.
that guy a fucking bass guitar.
And who's an absolute piece of shit, beating the shit out of his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's all praise him. That's fine. But yeah, no, Slash is more about when you talk about Slash, you think of the hat, the big hair, and the glasses, and smoking a cigarette. That's what you think of Slash. You don't think of his guitar playing. The first thing you think of is his look.
The fucking
his
stupid top hat, his no shirt, and his, But like honestly though, his look, the aesthetic, what he looks like, that's also Weezer.
It is.
Like when you think about like Weezer, what do you picture? Like this album, you picture Blue Album.
No, that's true. Yeah. You see the thick rim glasses, the black glasses that Rivers wears and all that kind of
I
crap.
mean, that's. I mean, I probably should get my eyes checked now, and I will need glasses
dude,
eventually.
I need glasses right now so bad.
But like when I do get glasses, I want those thick rim, like
I do too.
Elvis Costello type glasses, like that thing.
I do too. I
like the way it looks. I think it's fucking cool. And I want like bright fucking like pink ones or bright purple ones and stupid ass ugly fucking ones. I don't know. I love it. I love the aesthetic. It's so cool.
Dude, I need glasses so bad. You probably do too. I mean, we're what 36? We're 36, right?
36. Yeah.
We need fucking glasses. Sloan needs glasses. I don't know what he's doing.
Sloan is
Nah, I have no idea. He's
so
just happy to be here.
Lyrically,
it's just about being a nerd, and just enjoying your life. You know, liking comic books and metal music, and just essentially just enjoying being an adolescent, enjoying your adolescence. That's really what it is. That's what this song is about lyrically.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about, the beginning of the song starts with the harmonica. Don't like that, dude.
Why?
I just don't like the harmonica.
It's
I think
so
it's
bad.
The,
It's so,
the only harmonica that works is in Black Sabbath.
But this works here for the same reason, though. This works here because you get that like and then it goes
It's good.
like it's such an aggressive transition. It makes no fucking sense. And you think like, why did you even do the harmonica? Because that sounds fucking bogus compared to what you were doing. And then the song kicks in. I'm gonna Dungeon Master's Guide. So you get the harmonica.
It's so fuzzy
you get
too.
that folky harmonica.
Yeah.
You get that like overly aggressive, like fuzzed out guitar tone, and then like a soft vocals.
The chugging downstrokes.
You get like 3 different things all at once, just because he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And what I didn't notice until this week, but I was listening to this record at work, and I only had one earbud in, and I never noticed. But during the verses, the left side only has the bass playing through it, and the right side only has the guitar.
They leaned heavily into the stereo.
So
yes.
the stereo on this was so cool.
Yeah.
So I mean I listened to the whole record with just one earbud in, so I got to hear just one side of it. And then obviously I listened to it several more times in various.
So that's good though, because Matt Sharp
forms.
isn't a great bass player, but like dude's a good bass player.
He's good.
Like dude's a good bass player.
Yeah, he plays to a song. He plays to the songs perfectly.
And so when you hear those bass parts, it's not just he's hitting this like single notes and then going to the next and the next. Like he's got little flourishes here and there.
Yeah, it's not crazy. It's not over the top.
Not a great bass player, but he's a good bass player.
Yeah,
he's better than like you probably give him credit for had you not heard like a single channel like isolated bass track.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so like obviously this song was inspired when they got signed. There were 3 songs on the record. This is one of them where he was just so fucking excited. He was so happy that his band got signed, that he was able to get paid for writing music, and this is one of them. And in the garage itself, we'll see it in Say It Ain't So, but this is the garage, dude. They rented out this fucking house. This is the garage in
cool.
LA. And they lied. They said they're like like film students from whatever college, USC or UCLA. And they said, yeah, we're film students, so it might be loud in the garage because we're doing movies and shit. And they fucking lied about it. And that's where we got the kitchen tape demos, because that was in the same house. But the kitchen, like the first demo was in the garage, but it was too like clunky and loud. Mm-hmm. So the kitchen tape was brighter because everything's like kind of like reflective and everything in there. So it's just, dude, this is the fucking house. This should be a national it really should be a national fucking monument.
It should be in the Punk Rock Museum, right?
God damn.
Like all the Pennywise's little rehearsal spot.
Yeah, Pennywise's carpet's in the fucking Punk Rock Museum. You tell me the garage
piss-stained carpet, yeah.
Dude, come on, man. Ugh.
So do we have anything else on? You heard me breathe in.
Yeah, you took a little deep breath there, didn't you?
We have anything else on in the garage?
It's like a natural thing. I just like put the headphones on as
I feel weird not having
pod.
headphones in.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good.
All right. So my 1B, are we good?
Yeah. So like my top B's like change depending on my mood, depending on what's going on. I'm sure your 1B is probably the same as it's always been. So go ahead.
What do you think it is?
Your 1B, I probably think it's probably Jonas.
No, come on.
Yeah, I think your 1B is Jonas.
No, it's Surf Wax.
Eh.
Surf Wax is the second best Weezer song. It's American Gigolo, Surf Wax, and then Get You. Those are the 3 best Weezer songs right there.
God. Oh my god.
What is wrong with that?
Surf Wax, like I love Surf Wax. Like Surf Wax for the longest time, it usually creeps into my top 3. It is not in my top, I guess, 3 here on Blue album. It's too basic for this.
Oh my god.
It's too basic.
Okay.
It's too basic.
Let's calm down a little bit.
It's too basic.
So a little background with this record is that Rivers and Matt, or the band got together and Rivers and Matt decided that they wanted to do downstrokes on this entire record. Really, that the entire record is all fucking downstrokes on the guitar. And you hear
not true.
Virtually, come on. Virtually everything is downstrokes. Name one part that is not a downstroke.
The entirety of Say It Ain't So was not just downstrokes.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's,
No, that's right. No, I stand corrected there. You're right. Say It Ain't So is not. But everything else is essentially just all downstrokes.
Yeah, when they're trying to be metal.
And that's cool. I mean, I get it. I like that you were trying to go with a theme, and it worked. It really worked well. But this is one of those songs where like it kind of broke up. I don't want to say the monotony of it, but it gave the whole album some energy. You needed this more like punk bass song, this faster kind of song.
This
Surf Wax is perfect.
This is a Pat song. This is like Pat really tried to push this song. He said, "No, we need something to perk up from Undone,
from the lull of everything else."
And we also need, which you don't really need to perk up from Undone because Undone ends on that fucking rad guitar solo, and then we need something to like blend into Say It Ain't So. And Say It Ain't So is a very it's like their Sunday morning kind of thing, like No Doubt thing. It's kind of like slower, whatever, but damn, it's good. But the Surf Wax is, Surf Wax is great. Surf Wax is fantastic.
It is.
It's a beyond banger.
Just the way Rivers comes in with the clean guitar, the single notes.
That's a Jason Cropper riff too,
but he's not credited.
Not on this one, no. But
he's only credited on Jonas, and then some of the B-sides.
2015-ish, the first time essentially Jason Cropper came back on stage with Weezer. Rivers introduced Jason to play this song. He said, "Yeah, this is a song that was actually the intro is written by Jason."
Okay.
So here we are, Jason Cropper, and he comes out and plays it. So yeah, Jason wrote this riff.
Okay.
Which makes sense because very similar to Jonas.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Very similar to Jonas.
All the single notes and all that kind of stuff. The picking, it's very, very similar. But then so you get that part, and then Pat comes in with just the single ride hits that. And then it just kind of that little build, and then it just drops into the verse, the da 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 da, and it just, oh my god, dude, it's so much fun.
So like my only knock to Surf Wax is I really do think this is just
it's just so much fun.
Lullaby for Wayne is a better Surf Wax. And it's a B-side. Lullaby for Wayne is a better Surf Wax.
It's not. It is not. No, it's a great song.
Because Lullaby for Wayne starts with the same like.
I know it does. I know. Yeah.
So,
but it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the as catchy of a melody as Surf Wax does.
It does though.
It doesn't.
The only difference is that Lullaby for Wayne doesn't.
And
have
it doesn't have as much
chorus.
nuance too. And it also doesn't have as much
because
nuance.
it was a demo. And
so why? So exactly.
I'm just saying, like, had they.
So, oh my god!
Had they extrapolated on Lullaby for Wayne?
So you're not comparing it fairly. You got to compare the
it's the
actual
song. It's
the
a
finished.
B-side.
You got to compare the finished song to the other finished song.
Lullaby for Wayne has never been finished.
It's a finished song. It was released, so it's finished. Come on, this fucking guy over here. Surf Wax is the best song on the record.
Surf Wax is great. Surf Wax is the song that I want to play the most, and. At one point in my life, like my heart or my height of guitar playing, I could play the entirety of Blue and Pinkerton, solos included, pretty damn well. But now I'm pretty much just relegated to like Say It Ain't So, because that's what you jam to. But Surf Wax is always a song that I really want to master, and I want to play as a full band because it's the most fun on the album. This is the most fun song on the album.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure the most fun.
That's a song that I want to play the most.
The lyrics too, they build this kind of little world. The surfer really the message of the song is a guy who doesn't want to work a normal 9-to-5 corporate job and just kind of wants to just do whatever he wants and live the way he wants without anybody bothering him. But he's also kind of criticizing that person who goes and does that corporate job. And the way he kind of builds the whole, like, you know, the world of surfing and everything. You know, the sea is foaming like a bottle of beer. Just that's the first line of the whole song, and it's just
it's funny
that right there. It's so perfect.
Rivers like doesn't drink.
None of them did. None of them did.
No, they're just very. I don't want to say boring, but very boring.
Yeah. What was that interview? I think it was with Pat. Somebody asked him, like, on a radio station, like, what's the craziest story that you have from tour? And he's like, I drank a beer once.
Yeah, they just don't.
It's like, obviously it was sarcasm, but it was fucking funny as fuck.
Like, everybody loves them when they go on, like, the whole Weezer thing. Like, everybody fucking loved them. Everybody had a great time hanging out with them. They just don't get crazy. Nerds. Like, they're nerds. Those are nerds. That's what, like, in our generation, that's what nerds.
Bunch of dorks.
Dude, bunch of muggles, man. Bunch of, like, normies. That's what they are.
Yeah, they really are.
And that's cool. It's fine.
But I don't know why you hate this song so much.
It's fine. So, like, lyrically, as Pat had said, I have a lot of quotations, too. That's a good spot for that. You can just leave it over there. That's okay, though. As Pat had said, he said, it's a young person's take on the world, saying, this is all bullshit. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I think it's a rejection of paths chosen for you, but in a goofy way. It's a goofy way. It's a fuck you to authority.
It is. It totally is.
But in a way where you don't want to piss off your parents. That's it.
It's so dumb. And speaking of them being like dorks and not really drinking, and Rivers not drinking, you know, there was a reason for that. There's a whole song on this record about him.
And these guys didn't even surf. None of these guys surf.
No, and that was also the funny thing about this, is that they knew nothing about the culture except, like, probably what they saw in the Endless Summer, or, like, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Spicoli or something.
Nobody
some
surfed
like that. Yeah, it's silly, but that also gives it, like, its charm. You know, these dorky kids know nothing about it, and they're trying to be cool. You know.
And that's really what it is it's a little gatekeepy, I guess, in hindsight. But, like, yeah, these kids that wanted a life that they did not grow up living. And, yeah, we're spoiled in Southern California. So, like, these guys wanted to be that, and they didn't get that. And they sang about it because they fantasized about it.
Because Rivers was from Connecticut. Pat was from New York. Cropper, I don't remember. I think he was L.A., but
I think Cropper was L.A.
And then Matt, I don't think he was from California either. But and then Brian Bell doesn't really count because Brian Bell joined the band after the fact.
Brian Bell played no guitars on this album.
Well, that's wrong because he did.
He did not.
No, from what I was reading, they ended up scrapping all of Cropper's guitar parts,
and Rivers dubbed it.
I thought Brian did.
No. There was no time. He dubbed the vocals.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
And there are songs on here that feature Brian Bell in no capacity.
Yes, that
vocals
is correct.
and guitar. Yeah, Brian Bell has played no guitars on this. So I wonder what that's like for his royalty check. Like, I wonder if and when MoFi releases things.
I think in the end it comes down to publishing and songwriting credits.
He's a corporation anyway, and I'm sure Rivers gets 85%
he gets the majority
of it probably.
Yeah, he obviously gets the majority of it, and then, you know, it's split off from there. But I think in the end I don't think it's gonna. I don't think his royalties from this compared to Pinkerton or Green are that much different.
Did you see? So, like, when Jason Cropper, so, like, things were working out with Jason. And obviously, like confrontation for these guys is probably not their forte.
No, they're extremely awkward guys.
And so, like, they kind of, like, they didn't push Jason out, but they probably, like, strongly encouraged Jason to get his shit together. But, like, not that he was, like, a terrible guy. He just had other shit going on. And, like, they're not a band yet, right? They didn't get a big label, the deal, and they weren't touring and selling out arenas the way they are now. But, like, did you read the question they asked Brian Bell? So, like, they called up Brian Bell because they already met him prior, because he was already playing in bands, and he's a good guitarist, a decent backup voice. Let's call him up, see if he wants to play in Weezer. Brian Bell knew who Weezer was because Weezer getting a lot of traction. Yeah. They asked him a question. They said, there's one question that we need to ask Brian Bell. If he passes this test, then he's one of us, no matter what. And they asked him, what is your favorite Star Wars action figure?
Oh, wait, I didn't know this. I thought you were talking about the tape that he ended up recording.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, continue.
So, like, first was the question, but he did record the tape and send it over, and they, oh, yeah, fuck yeah. But the question they asked was what is your favorite Star Wars action figure? And he said Hammerhead, that fucking long Hammerhead thing from the Cantina.
New Hope, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. But like their thing was, let's just see if he's as big of a dork as we are. He even can like say
I
any
like
Star
that.
Wars character. And the fact that he said this most obscure Star Wars character that has
And not Han Solo.
2 seconds of
Yeah,
screen
or
time
Vader.
at best. So that was like the defining characteristic. Yeah,
That's
Brian
cool.
Bell's one of us.
I like that. I
It's
do
so
like that.
cool.
Especially back then in 1993.
But that's gatekeepy though,
It is
right?
extremely
that's fucking
gatekeepy.
gatekeepy back then.
Extremely gatekeepy. But also you have to think about this is what these guys are into. They're into this dorky ass shit, and they want to have somebody join the band that has similar interests. It totally makes sense.
That's no different than like us doing something of the same gesture. Like that's something
That's my
fucking
point.
ask
That's my
somebody.
point. You want to find somebody who you know that you're going to be touring with, making records with, that you want to be compatible with them. It's no
good.
different than trying to find like a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whoever it is, you know? You want to be compatible with that person. As stupid as it is.
Oh, it's so good. Hammerhead. Who the fuck would say Hammerhead?
I mean, in the end though, that's like one of the most iconic aliens in the Cantina scene. It really is. Outside of the Bith,
Yeah, that's he's the most iconic.
he's the most iconic.
Or her, whatever the fuck that thing is.
Yeah, outside of the Bith, and then also the ones who
Well, the guy smoking. The guy smoking the fucking.
no,
cool.
that
That's
the
cool.
hookah guy. No,
Yeah, like that guy.
I was thinking. I got the death. He's got the death sentence on 12 Systems. Those are pretty iconic pretty iconic characters too. But I mean, really, the Hammerhead guy is really up there. Top three iconic Cantina characters.
Outside of the Cantina band themselves.
Yeah. So the Bith, the 12 Systems guy, and then Hammerhead guy.
Do you think
I
12
forget
System
all their
guy-
names.
Do you think he's? I don't know, man. Maybe like 12 Systems should be like 3.
Got the death sentence on 12 Systems. I'll be careful. You'll be dead.
They'll be dead.
I love it.
I don't know.
You don't like that?
No, I put him at 3
What do you mean you put him at 3?
because you said it was you put Hammerhead at 3.
I
and
put Hammerhead. Oh, I
and
put
System
Bith at 1.
2.
I put Bith as 1.
That's I'll
Bith.
give that for sure.
And then 2 would be death sentence guy, and then the Hammerhead as number 3.
So like
Like
visually,
iconic. Yeah.
visually, I think like Hammerhead maybe 2.
Only because he kind of has a speaking line, even though it's like an alien language. You know,
Does he? I don't know. Does he speak?
he does, yeah. But it's like that muffled, like high pitched sound.
Huh.
Because he pushes Luke. Remember?
He kind
And
of
then-
shoves him, right?
He shoves
Yeah.
Luke because Luke bumps him, and then he shoves Luke,
Yeah.
and then the other guy with the fucked up face comes over, and then that whole scene happens. But then also Greedo's iconic too.
But he's like, is he a
Wait,
Cantina character?
Trandoshan?
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 I don't consider Greedo a Cantina character though. He's not.
I guess so, because he actually does have speaking lines.
But like,
so then
yeah,
even Death
exactly.
Sentence guy might not even be a
Right,
Cantina
yeah.
character, because he has speaking lines.
Like I feel like Cantina characters are guys that don't speak, that just don't speak.
They're just featured.
They're featured, and yeah, I don't know.
This is getting really, really kind of deep here. All right. Anyway,
It's getting nerdy.
Surf Wax. Let's move on. What's your 2B?
Damn, dude. To be with saying it so. Say.
Let's get into
it
that,
so.
man.
Whoa. What would be is this?
See, it's my 2B as well.
Okay.
Why are you putting your hand?
I was
over your
getting
face?
ready to just like shake my head
It's-
and like rub my eyes.
it's
It
so
gets
fun
so fucking irritating
to see your reactions in person, because it's just been so long.
Oh, man.
Saying it so's my 2B. What's the
No,
issue
it's
here?
good. Satan So is a true 2B. This is truly like the second best. People like said this is like our generations, or even like a little bit before our generations, like Stairway to Heaven. This is,
Well,
but why
those
not?
are words.
But why not?
Because Stairway has like a true kind of almost prog build to it. You can't even compare Satan So to Stairway.
But Stairway is a guitar-driven,
It's a
iconic track.
So are so many.
That's
songs
what
from,
this is.
No.
Nothing in the
No,
90s
get
is
outta here.
guitar-driven like this. This is probably
I'm sure if I think about it, there is, but
this is probably the best like guitar-driven.
but you can't compare it to
90s
Stairway.
song.
Get out of here. It's
I
not,
didn't. I
not
said it's
Stairway.
our
It's
generation
not.
Stairway.
No, it's not.
Why not? just because it's not prog enough.
It's
This
not
is a better song
It's
than
not a
Stairway.
good comparison.
I don't even fucking like Stairway that much, to be honest. But like, this is a better song than Stairway.
Oh God, dude, get
Don't even
out of
care.
here.
Don't
Stairway.
even care.
I mean, Stairway is overplayed for sure, but it's still a perfect
Dude,
song.
Zeppelin 4 is like full on Robert Plant annoying as fuck.
But it's still a perfect record.
You take Robert Plant out of Stairway, okay? I
Zeppelin 4 is a
give you
perfect
that.
record.
It's not. No.
Dude, I'm just gonna go home.
Zeppelin 4 is not
I'm just
a
gonna,
perfect
It's gonna take me
record.
about 6 hours to get home, but I'm just gonna go home.
I think
This is,
2 houses and then maybe 1. That's it. That's all. That's it.
so right now in your record collection, you're only gonna keep 2. Wait, what'd you say?
2 houses.
Houses
and then
and
1.
and presents?
No. What? No.
I'm kidding. Really, 1, 2, and houses.
I told some guy who traded a bunch of Zeppelin the other day. I was like, dude, if they had like Achilles' Last Stand on 45, like I would instantly buy that.
Dude, Achilles is
Because I
definitely the best
don't
song on
want
Presents.
fucking presents. You take that,
Presents is still a great record.
It's fine. It's okay.
Ugh.
It's okay.
God, dude, you have just become so.
Robert Plant's shit, dude. Robert Plant's garbage.
He's not garbage.
Robert
first
Plant
of
is
all.
garbage.
He's not garbage.
He's garbage. I'll say
He's
I don't
not.
care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Dude,
I
you
don't
really
care.
become.
Did you see the shoulders go up and down?
I can see
That
that.
means
Yeah.
I don't care.
Keep going.
The
The whole pod. Yeah, you're gonna exhaust yourself. But since you've started this whole record thing at the store, what?
This whole record thing.
Yeah, you're out of control.
No one can
You're
see
making
that.
a lot of poor decisions on what you think you like, and yeah, the fact that you would only keep 1, 2 in houses. I mean, houses is their best record, definitely.
Here's
But you not keeping 4, that's just silly boy talk.
4's fine. 4's cute. 4 is like their pop album. 4 is like what brought them into like the mainstay and cemented them as to being like this.
Well, I know what it was,
Yeah. So dude, 4.
but it's still fucking incredible.
It's fine.
Oh God, we're not talking
It's
about
fine.
Zeppelin.
It's fine.
We're not
Say it
talking
ain't
about
so.
that.
Anyway,
Yeah, say it ain't so.
This is
You're
this
making
is,
stupid
because
comparisons.
what
Let's
I'm
move
saying,
on.
this is a guitar-driven track. It's a
It
guitar-driven
is.
track,
The
and like
most
you said,
guitar-driven.
everything's downstrokes, dude. This is so far from being
It
just
is.
downstrokes.
You're right.
This is a complicated fucking song.
Except for the chorus. The chorus is right here.
That's
It's all down.
Well,
That
that's,
is all
that,
down.
oh, that's later on in the chorus. That's like the third chorus when they do the rounds. But that's the point of the chorus. The point of the chorus is to like bring it back. Like we are a dumb pop band here that are like honing to like Beach Boys and Cars era sound. So even though we have like kind of like weird verses with this reggae undertone, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to just distorted guitars and
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's cute.
It is. I also want to comment on how amazing it sounds with him strumming the chords, going into the single clean notes, like how perfectly clean everything sounds. Like his guitar playing on this song is so incredible, and this is like probably his first or second take on recording this song. Like he's that good of a guitar player to where you could hear. What am I trying to say here? Just
vocal choruses that he did.
I'm just talking strictly about the clean guitar. The clean
double
guitar
takes. He layered those. The verses, his vocal parts, single take. Guitar parts, single take. And all this was to tape. And they cut this shit on tape. They razored fucking that shit.
Well, I mean, you had to. It was 1994.
Well, you didn't have to. You could still record.
Pro Tools wasn't even really. You
didn't have to cut it like that,
well,
though.
no, well, yeah. Well, I mean,
but even in the studio,
with their budget, yes.
Even in the studio, they were like, "Dude, this is fucking weird. Why are we splicing like drum parts together?" And like Rick Ocasek and everybody else in the studio was like, "Dude, bigger bands than you that have done this multiple times. Don't worry about it."
But also, Rick Ocasek coming from the Cars. This is what he was known, like, doing that kind of old school.
And
70s,
they sought
80s,
him out. They sought him out. One of like 3 producers. They
Yeah.
wanted him, and he came to like watch them, and kind of like that whole story of like producers come to see the band that want him to produce them.
Yeah, but also they wanted to self-produce this record, but there was too much label pressure on them from, I think it was Geffen, right?
Yeah.
Geffen pressured them too much, and they said, no, you got to get a proper producer in here, and then that's when they reached out. They said, we want to work with
But they
Rick.
could have pushed, but they didn't push because they knew they couldn't do it themselves. because this is the
That's
River
true. No,
show.
you're right, yeah.
And with Cropper on his way out.
But he wasn't on his way. He really wasn't on his
was.
way out until they went into the studio, and he had that kind of like breakdown.
Well, he would know. That's before that. He was on his way out earlier than that because they were already having like differences.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
In the way
right.
they were recording stuff and the way they were touring and the way they were doing things. So I don't know. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. And we're really getting into like the really into the weeds here.
Dude, it's so good. Like this whole the solo and say it. Okay, so going back to what you said, how clean it sounds.
It's incredibly.
I've been playing this song
incredibly
like honestly, dude, since like high school, and I can never get it to sound like the way he does.
No,
I
don't.
Fucking
Yeah,
can't.
you can. Like,
I can't, and it fucking irritates me, and I can't do it. And I know
It's so
exactly the notes he's
incredibly
playing, and I know exactly when he's doing it, but I can't get it to play as butter as he does.
I mean, it really comes down to like how much pressure you're putting on the fretboard with your left hand, and just oh my god, the alternate picking with your right. It's just
it pisses me off.
He's just such an incredible guitar player, and it's not just his playing, but it's also the tone. That clean tone it just sounds so perfect.
That's like an old
it's
like
not.
That's a Neil Young tone. That's like a twin reverb fucking Fender tone.
It's not as twangy. It's not as twangy
It's
as
bright.
Neil Young.
It's
bright, but it's not twangy.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It's such a crazy, great tone.
And this is a song that like we jammed to at the neighbor's house, and I can't. And like nobody else notices. They go, "Oh, you did a good job." Like, no, I didn't. I didn't. That sounds like shit.
You can't get
because I try to do what he does, but it's just like God, man, he's so fucking smooth.
It's going between the strumming of the chord into the clean notes, the clean single notes. It's so hard to do that transition.
It's just so busy. Everything's so busy, but it doesn't sound
There's a lot
busy.
of notes. No, there's a lot of notes.
His left hand's going up and down. His right hand's kind of.
It's almost
going
like an arpeggio. It's almost like an arpeggio.
It really is. That
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
Or is it an arpeggio?
He's not doing that.
He's not doing an arpeggio because he's not doing
an
the
arpeggio because it's like a scale upwards.
It's a scale, but he's strumming it, not.
It's like arpeggiating
it.
the chord there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Damn.
But that so like the whole like the.
Oh, that's so good.
That's a Brian May fucking guitar solo right there.
It is very Brian May.
That is
you're
Brian
right.
May, dude. Like
Yeah.
straight up, that bright tone sound. That is fucking clean, dude. That's
You know,
Brian May.
I didn't until this week when I really took a deep dive into it. I didn't really pick up on all the Queen references. Musically, there's a lot of Queen shit here.
Yes,
especially after doing when we did Queen like a year ago on the pod. Taking a deep dive into Queen, and then this record. I mean, there's a lot of similarities in the music for sure,
dude. Like
tone wise too. It's not just songwriting, but tone wise, there's a lot of Brian May guitar tones on this record.
And then let's not forget, like Brian May like built his fucking guitar like from a piece of wood with his dad, and like his tone is iconic to just him.
And what does he play with? Not a penny, but
the Britlin, something stupid.
It's the Britlin
like a British
equivalent.
pound or whatever.
Yeah, the Britlin equivalent to a penny.
Pounce or pence or whatever the fuck they do. Mike Pence.
Who knows what's on the penny? It's not Abraham Lincoln. I know that for sure.
It's a dumb form of currency that makes no sense. Should be the penny. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah.
That's another thing I want to ask Skip about is some of the currency because it really irritates me.
They're so dumb, dude. I don't know.
Like quid. What is a quid? I don't even know
what the fuck is a quid.
I don't even know what the fuck a quid is.
It's too
but
close.
but really, I don't know what a quid is.
Here's
compared to so like the American dollar to the pound to the quid. I know Skip has explained it before, but I didn't get it. Like I need a better breakdown of what a quid is to the pound to the American dollar. I want to know what the fuck a quid is.
So like we have a dollar and then a quarter and then a dime and then a nickel and a penny.
Yes.
That's a descending order there.
We forgot about the 50-cent piece. There's all the 50 cent.
I don't think they make 50
They don't
cent
make
pieces
them anymore, but you can still get them.
Okay, so let's do a dollar bill and then the Sacagawea dollars and then the dollar Susan B. Anthony's.
Yes.
And then like the dollar other gold ones they made.
Yeah, there were
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the
then the 50-cent piece.
And then the 50-cent piece, which is
not Johnson. Was it Andrew Johnson?
No.
No, Truman. Truman.
No, it wasn't Truman.
Eisenhower.
I think
it was Eisenhower. It was one of those World War II guys.
I think it was Eisenhower. Yeah,
it was Eisenhower. Yeah,
and then a quarter
is Washington.
I like more coins. I think more
I
coins
love
in
coins.
circulation.
Dude,
Yeah.
if we could pay in coins,
like a $5 coin, like
dude,
that's what
like
we need.
when we went to Europe,
Yeah, exactly.
everybody here made fun of me when we came back from Europe. I said, dude, we should pay in coins with everything. It was amazing.
This is nice.
We $5 coins in the euros.
Yeah, why not?
It was great. $5 coins, $1 coin. It was so good, and everybody here made fun of me. But you know, what? It's cool, man. You walk around with like a coin purse. No, but you have like a little coin
like
pouch,
a fanny pack.
a little coin pouch
Sure.
like from Robin Hood. That'd be sick, right?
That would, I
That'd be
like
fucking
coins.
sick,
Coins are
right?
cool.
Love coins.
It's very, I don't know.
Everybody made fun of
It's
me.
very
Fuck 'em
old
all.
school, you know, like Roman times or something. I don't
Or
know.
like Old English, medieval times,
Old English.
without the plague and all the diseases. Yeah.
We could have been drinking Old English. That's fine.
Oh, dude, that'd been perfect. Anyway, we are way off topic here.
Way off topic. I'm just looking at my notes here to see what else I have for.
So say it ain't so. There was the video. We briefly mentioned it. The video was them in the garage where they wrote a lot of these songs, and
the
that's super
Amherst
super
House.
rad. The what?
It was called the Amherst House.
Amherst House.
It was on like Amherst Lane in L.A.
Is it LA? It was
Yeah.
like in the valley somewhere. Okay.
It was Amherst House, and that was I honestly I just don't understand like why these like Weezer is not just fucking like Blink. They're not just I don't know, man. Like Weezer, Blink's a bad example. Weezer's
what are you
not
trying to say?
just. I'm trying to think of like a contemporary kind of like band from that era that made it big, made a lot of money, but did not make like an impact the way they did. Fuck it, I don't care. Weezer's not like a Foo Fighters, okay?
Okay.
Foo Fighters, they're still doing shit. They're still making money. They're still selling out fucking studio and stadiums. But like, what impact have they really made on like music outside of Dave Grohl just being a really, really cool dude?
Yeah, outside of
Weezer
Dave
has
Grohl as a
changed-
person. Yeah.
Weezer has had like changed the scope of music, not just for Blue, but like Pinkerton, and not just Pinkerton in '96, but Pinkerton today.
You're right. Yeah.
Like contemporary reviews of like Pinkerton are like better than they've ever been.
Sure. Like if you look at you can't compare Pinkerton or Blue to Color and the Shape. The first early Foo Fighters record.
Garbage.
Or the self-titled Foo Fighters record. Like, you can't compare the two. Really, in the end, as much as I love Dave Grohl has been riding the coattails of Nirvana since he joined the band in 1990.
If we want to get real mean about it, like Dave Grohl knows that like his music is kind of like mediocre in Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Therefore, he overcompensates with an aggressive, fun personality.
Okay, that's fair.
Because we know Dave Grohl can write cool music because like
done
Probot's
it.
cool.
Probot.
And, like, the Dream
Dead
Widow
Dead
thing.
or Dead Widow.
Is
Or
Dream Widow or Dead
Dream
Widow?
Widow. Dream Widow, yeah.
Dream Dead something. Yeah, that's like amazing.
Great fucking record.
And like Queens of the Stone Age. Like we know the guy can like hang with
Even
the
them
big
Cricket
boys.
Vultures, yeah.
So, but
Better
like
than
Foo
Foo
Fighters is just
Vanilla.
yeah. Brian Bell is not on this song at all on Say It Ain't So. He has 0 credits. There's no backing vocals. There's
Nothing
no
on here.
rhythm guitar because he has no credit for rhythm guitar on this one. Lyrically,
No. I like the lyrics on here. They're darker. They're deeper. They're about
untrue.
What do you mean untrue?
They're not true. This is about Rivers' fear of his stepdad leaving his mom because of alcoholism.
I didn't know it was. I mean, I knew the story, but I didn't know it was fake.
Yeah, it was completely fake. Rivers just as a kid. It doesn't mean it's fake to Rivers at the time. You open like your drawer. Rivers. So like the story is Rivers opened like the fridge and as a kid and saw like a fridge full of beer. And was like, oh damn, like my stepdad's an alcoholic. Like he's gonna leave my mom. And like those are still feelings that are true to him.
Oh, okay, so the story is true, but it's from the perspective of him as a
Correct.
child. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that was not an alcoholic. His stepdad did not leave his mom because of that. It was other things. So like the feelings are still true, and the story rings true, and everything else about it is true.
But it's how naive he was as a child.
Yeah,
and
it's
how innocent
authentic.
he
It's
was.
just misguided.
Yeah.
I guess.
There we go. But it's still a pretty dark song, and
Yeah.
really, lyrically and musically, it's one of the darker parts of the whole record. The highs and the lows, the loud and the quiet part. I mean, that's very not Weezer, especially on this record.
Yeah,
I mean, you hear it a lot on Pinkerton, but definitely not on this record.
that is true.
the quiet and loud, but dynamic. But anyway, we have anything else on this one?
Mm-mm.
What do you got for your 3B?
Dude, I'm just excited. I'll go through every single one of these songs and spend the next 6 hours.
I know. We're like, dude, what, an hour and 20 in?
So happy. So happy.
So what do you got for your 3B?
Only in Dreams. Come on. We gotta get to Only in Dreams.
Oh, my God, dude.
And why do we get, why do we love Only in Dreams?
It's my 5B.
Why do we love Only in Dreams?
I don't know. Why do we love it?
We love Only in Dreams because it's the last song on the record, and the last thing that we ever hear is that final, like, that resolution.
Yeah.
Right? That resolution to the tonic key.
Talk about it all the damn time.
And the entirety of all, this is why Blue is better. That one fucking note is the reason why Blue is better than Everything Will Be All Right. That one note.
God, you are so
exhausting.
One
note. Look at my fingers. I'm like old George
like that.
Bush.
That just what you that statement that you just made was so pretentious,
God.
and it was so obnoxious.
It is true though.
It is not true.
That one note is the reason why this will always be better than Everything Will Be All Right. Because that one note is just something you. And then let's not forget that Jonas opens up. That's a waltz. It's 3/4 times.
It is a
1, 2,
3/4,
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
This is a band that no one's heard of before. You tell me these guys.
And their first single is in 3/4. Yeah.
Like these guys are the metal killers. These guys are going to compete with Nirvana. These guys are going to compete with Soundgarden. Are you kidding me? And they're throwing out a waltz on their fucking first track. You get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. No way. And the last song they have here.
Hey, it worked for Pink Floyd, right?
Oh, my. Pink Floyd. Fuck Pink Floyd. I just complained to some guy today for like 20 minutes about how much I dislike Pink Floyd.
You're such an idiot because you love Pink Floyd.
I really don't. They go downhill like more and more. The more and more I talk
Oh,
about
you're
them,
so. Once again, you're just saying a lot of stupid things in the last like 2 months since you opened up the store.
Even if we got like a true OG, like,
but you'll have all these
Dark
Dropkick
Side.
Murphy records. I'm literally looking at like
Hold on there, dude.
I'm literally looking at like 3
Hold on
Dropkick
there.
Murphy records right here. This
Hold on there,
fucking
dude.
guy over here.
Hold
Oh
on
my
there,
God, dude.
Dropkick Murphys are good.
They are good. They're really good. But I don't like Led Zeppelin 4. That's a bad record. It's dumb.
It's not a bad record.
Robert Plant's so stupid.
Robert Plant is stupid.
Oh my God! But you got fucking.
You tell me Robert Plant's not stupid. You sit there right now.
You
and tell
fucking
me
love
Robert
Al
Plant's
Bar.
not stupid.
You're saying Al Bar is better than fucking Robert Plant. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
All credibility down the drain. Down the shitter.
You said like down the drain. Who poops in a drain? Like
and then I
noise.
changed down the shitter.
Who poops in a drain?
Hey,
Why
some
would you
people
poop in
do.
a drain? You smashing in?
Talking about pooping in public places.
Hold on there, dude.
Okay.
We're talking about Only in Dreams right now.
I hate pooping in public places, but we all hate that.
Blah, blah, blah.
Bloodhound Gang. Anyway, continue.
This is goat tier stuff. This is just.
It's a great song. It's like 8 minutes long. It's 7 minutes and 59 seconds. It's a fucking great
so
closer.
Like on the
perfect closer.
On the kitchen tapes, it was this song and then The World That's Turned and Left Me Here after it. And then when they redid the kitchen tapes and sent it off to a guy to mix it, to make it sound a little bit better, they switched the track listing to where this was right. This is the closer, and this is the perfect closer. You have to have this as the closer.
Yeah.
But I do like. So like I don't know if you listen to it again later on, but I did listen to it this week where The World That's Turned and Left Me Here. I listened to that after this song.
Only in Dreams. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like I like that sequencing.
I guess
you
it
get
would
that
be
last
good.
note there, and then it's like, that cool fucking drum beat that Pat does. That's like the
Yeah.
coolest drum beat in the whole fucking album that Pat does. The only cool drum beat that he does. The that's it. That's all you get. That's fine. But I like that sequencing, so I dig that.
Okay.
It's just cool. I don't know.
But Only in Dreams. It's a. I don't want to say it's a bass-driven song, but really Matt Sharp plays that same thing on a loop. Really, for almost 8 minutes, he plays that bass line out on a loop. I mean, outside of that build up and that crescendo,
I mean,
it's that fucking bass
it's
line.
their jam track. This is their jam track.
The whole song starts with that line.
But this is
and then it
Rivers'
builds and
favorite
builds and
fucking
builds on
soul that he does. Like he says,
It's
like,
so-
I'm so proud of this soul, and the soul is just nasty, dude. It's just
It is.
Like, what is you
It
doing?
is. It is nasty. It's gross.
It is
That whole build up and
sloppy.
crescendo is insane.
And it's not even loud. Like it's not even loud. It's not like an eruption solo.
No,
right?
it's not.
It's buried. It's buried a little bit. Like you're most proud of a solo that people don't even like hear. And that's what's so cool about this. That's what's so humble about Rivers. It's like, yeah, I'm most proud of that thing, even though the bulk of the song is Matt. Even though the bulk of the song is just kind of like where we're going with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
But also, like, goes along with the whole kind of theme of the band. If it's too loud, turn it down.
If it's too loud, turn it down. God, it's so good.
I love how Tammy had that pin in her car hanging from her rearview mirror. It was a little pin that had the Weezer symbol, and it said, if it's too loud, turn it down.
That was the first like actual band
so
T-shirt
good.
I had outside of Limbeck was Weezer. It said, if it was too loud, turn it down.
It's so good. I always tell it to her, too.
If it's too loud, turn it down. It's so good. Fuck yeah, man. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, Only in Dreams.
Great song, great melody. I mean, when honestly though, when I listen to this song, I never remember that it's 8 minutes long. Like it never ever gets boring. The build is very, very subtle, and the melody is always there, and it's just kind of it's a song that's great to have on in the background. It's really, really a great song.
And you gotta love songs that the riff leads the melody, right? So like the drop into the chorus, the and then he sings Only in Dreams.
Yeah.
It's not at the same time.
It's not. Yeah.
The riff is leading the melody there. And like, you just gotta love that. That's just like another.
And then it does that
layer.
And then it does that ascending thing. Oh my god, dude! It's a really well crafted song.
It means.
Oh my god, it's a great song. It is a really great song.
It's like your 10B, so
it's my 5B, but that's fine. We can keep lying and making things up because that's fun, right?
I feel like we may not get through all these, but I do want to get out through all these. So let's just
let's step it up here.
I have a lot of notes, dude.
So my 3B then is Jonas. My name is Jonas. The opening track.
My name's Jonas.
With the acoustic guitar opener, Jason Cropper wrote that. OG guitar player, and then just the 3/4. The entire song is 3/4, and like I said earlier, throwing this song out in 3/4 as your first single is nuts. It's insane. Like I mentioned, Pink Floyd did it with Money, but that was 5 albums deep. Money,
was like
right?
7 fucking 4 or some shit.
But regardless, it's the same fucking thing. 3/4, 6/8, whatever you want to call it.
Hold on there, dude. They're not those are called fractions, dude. People at home can't see the wool.
Yeah,
hand.
You got your hand up, Will Sasso style.
But it's funny. Just on side, we'll make fun of Ronnie tomorrow at the wedding, but she does not like playing Money. She said that song's so dumb. I said okay, let's because I had at the time I had known the bass line to it, and she's like that song fucking I hate that song. I was like, okay, let's just play it. Go ahead. I'll throw it on the bass line. You play it. And then after like 3 attempts, she's like, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, because that's a weird time signature. Oh, it's not dumb, dude. Don't say it's dumb, dude.
It's smart. And to release it as a single, also ballsy.
It is definitely ballsy. So yeah, the Money. I think it's 7/4 because it's a 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but the same concept. 3/4 is cool. I think 3/4 is just called the waltz. I think it's just like. Dun, 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 like polka. Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
I think
dun,
you're right.
Dun, 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 dun. I think. I don't know. Pretty
what
sure.
the fuck do we know? We're stupid.
I'd bet.
We just have a music podcast.
Well, I'm not
What
stupid.
do we
You're
know?
stupid. I'm not stupid.
Well,
I'm actually the smartest person in the world. So
this is why we don't pod in person, right? Yeah, Jonas. What do you have on this one?
I mean, like lyrically, we're doing lyrically already. I don't know.
Oh, so real quick. Okay, lyrically, this song and what is it? Say It Ain't So. Wait, is it Say It Ain't So? I never knew until this week that Rivers has a brother.
Yeah.
And his brother's name is Leaves.
That's not his real name though. Well, that's not his name.
Well, that was his Christian
name.
But he changed his name to James Kit or James Kit or
some boring name. That's his stepdad's name. Yeah, it's Kit.
Yeah. So I had no idea, and then Wrestle with Jimmy, the reference in the other song, that I just had no idea that he even had a brother. I thought he was an only child until this week.
Rivers and Leaves,
and
baby.
the fact that Leaves was his brother, it's insane to me.
Rivers is, I feel like Rivers is a cool name to like name a kid. That's like a contemporary, like kind of like hipster thing. Leaves, that's just stupid.
It's so hippie. Like,
that's dumb. Leaves is dumb.
His parents, his parents sound like fucking hippies.
Just name your kid Mud.
Like having sex in the mud. Hippies.
My name is Mud. Like just name your kid fucking Mud. You know what I mean? Like, that's just stupid.
Me llamo Mud.
Yeah, no, so dude, that version's so
That
good.
version's so great.
It's so good because it's so good
It is.
because his accent is so bad. That's why it's so good. He
There-
doesn't
there
give a
is no-
fuck either. Doesn't give a shit.
He speaks normally. It's just it's like he's reading off of
yeah, like
like-
phonetically kind of.
like
Right?
he's what am I don't even know. I was
Like he
gonna
might
say
as well be saying "my lamo mud." Like he might as well just be doing that type of thing.
like Peggy from King of the Hill.
yes,
like
exactly.
her speaking Spanish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's a Spanish teacher, a substitute teacher,
God.
but she cannot speak Spanish. Like when she goes down to Mexico.
Oh, and she accidentally kidnaps that girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd buy that 7-inch. I would.
Peggy is the worst character on that show, but that was a good episode.
She starts off really good, actually.
She
Like, in
does.
the first
Like the
couple
first two
seasons.
seasons, yeah.
After that, she's the.
But then, like when
fucking
she's the
worst.
focal point of the whole episode,
She's like the worst point. She's like one of the worst moms in like all of television. Like honestly, she's so bad. She turns out fucking awful.
Anyway,
Okay,
what was it wasn't 0 and 2. What was the new thing that we were gonna start saying?
it was a Bush thing. It was a Bushism.
Oh yeah,
Watch the swing.
no, watch the swing.
No, watch the swing. Yeah. But yeah, this song was loosely based on Rivers' brother, who was in a car accident and he was in a passenger. He was the passenger in the car, and like, who cares? Who gives a fuck? But
I don't even think the song is about that. I think that
No.
that's just a.
I think that was just like the inspiration for it. But the song itself is just.
I think the song is just about nostalgia.
I think it's
Him-
just goofy.
It's goofy, but it's also nostalgia. It's him thinking back to like being a kid, and just kind of going to your grandparents' house and like the little references here and there. I think it's all nostalgia and growing up with your brother. I think his older brother, right?
Yeah,
He's his older.
I think his older brother. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all it is. I don't think it has anything to do with the car accident, sitting on hold with the insurance company. Like, I think that's just like fans getting too crazy. I don't think so. But that's fun too. Yeah, the bridge.
You get harmonica too? You hate the harmonica here too?
The harmonica's fine in this one. It's fine. But yeah, the where he screams the yeah and then it's just the downstart, the it's so good. It's so good.
So
It's a great
like
song.
I guess like going back to Surf Wax, there's that towards the end when the fucking the bridge and the Surf Wax to where it goes to the end of the song. Well,
Well,
constantly
I don't
doing
know about that, dude.
But like fans down say like smoke dope, and it goes like let's go. But like fans
It's
will,
definitely let go.
but like fans will say smoke dope
Ugh.
because it sounds like he's kind of like saying that.
It does not sound like he's saying smoke dope.
Let's go, smoke dope. That's kind of
No, it doesn't even sound the same. Not
It's
even
same
close.
Well, I can't. I mean, I can't do it justice, but.
No, that's just stupid.
Well,
But yeah, Jonas, great. I mean, honestly, this is a great opener to the entire record. Great thesis statement too. That's the quirkiness of the record. Does something a little bit offbeat when, I just think it's an incredible song. It has the pacing. It has the kind of punk feel to it that some of the songs have. It has the great melodies. I think you can't go wrong with this as an opener.
this is the only song on the album that could have been the opener. You can change the closer, and after like deliberately listening to Only in Dreams followed by The World Has Turned, I could hear that sequence.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any other song on this album that could have been the opener.
Yeah, you really can't. I was kind of thinking maybe Buddy Holly, but I feel like it starts too abruptly.
It's too aggressive.
Yeah, it starts off too aggressively, too abruptly.
You need a lead in, and Buddy Holly. That whole, I guess we can get to Buddy Holly now, but that whole thing is just so catchy.
yeah,
Like everything about Buddy Holly.
Because
is
I mean,
so fucking
the whole
catchy.
song starts with the chorus, and the chorus starts with the vocal. I mean, not just the vocal melody, but like everything dropping in at the exact same time. And that would be way too hard. But I mean, the melody would make sense. Like if you didn't start the song with the chorus, it could have been a great opener. But because it starts with the chorus and that hook, it can't be an opener.
Yeah.
Like if you just started without
It would
the
just
vocals,
be weird. It'd be too abrupt.
If you started without the vocals and just the instruments, it could have been a pretty solid opener. But because you have Rivers coming in with the vocals, it's way too much.
That so like Buddy Holly was him. He had got like a Korg fucking keyboard from some person in college, and he was really into like electronic music, and he was writing a lot of new wave stuff, and that's where Buddy Holly was bred. And you hear a lot of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the homie dissing my girl? Why do they go on her front? Doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's great.
And the most iconic, like, honestly, one of the most iconic solo riffs of all time comes from Buddy Holly. That dee-dee-doo-dee, or
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like that sound.
Yeah, where everything stops and it's just the guitar.
Like that, dude. That's one of the most iconic guitar riff or solo riffs of all time.
Thank you, my lady.
That's top 5. That's got to be top 5 of most iconic solo riffs.
I would agree. I would agree.
Solo riffs.
Solo riffs.
Like you have a riff within your solo. Like your solo is great. That's a good solo, dude. But like, damn, you have a riff in your solo. That's
and
fucking
dropping the ooh wee ooh.
Yeah, dude. That's dropping back into Beach Boys stuff,
Yeah.
right? That's Beach
It
Boys.
is 100% Beach Boys. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like Buddy Holly could be the perfect opener because it has the big, heavy, chuggier riffs. It has the Beach Boys-esque not harmonizing, but melodies. It could have honestly been a great opener had it only been the riff in the beginning and not Rivers dropping in with the hook, the melody and the hook. But otherwise, Jonas is a perfect opener.
God, Jonas is so good.
It's great. But Buddy Holly is great too. We talked about the video a little bit with, it just being Spike Jonze directed it, and it was the band. It was in black. Was it in black and white? No, it wasn't in black and white. But it was like a green screen, and the background was like old footage from Happy Days, the TV show Happy Days.
Dude, that was a set of Happy Days.
It was a set of Well, they recreated the set for Happy Days, but they also spliced in old episodes of Happy Days to kind of like fill in the gaps.
But they got Al.
They hired Al. They got him back. They hired Al to join, which is crazy because, oh God, when you think about it, when you watch Happy Days, you're like, dude, this show was made in the 50s, but it was made in the late 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it was already old then.
And when they had rehired Al, he looks exactly the same as he did in the movie.
Yeah.
But it was only like 12 years.
Exactly.
A 12-year difference.
But like decade-wise, it seemed like fucking worlds apart.
Exactly.
And if you watch Happy Days like now, it's like, dude, this is like
what
ancient times.
And it's weird too, like the first season or 2 seasons of Happy Days, Al wasn't even in the show. It was the guy who played Mr. Miyagi. What's that guy's name?
Oh, that's right.
He was the original owner of Al.
Holy
Al's
shit!
Dinner.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, he was
about
the
that.
original one, and then he left the show, and the guy who plays Al took over.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
that's funny because like Renee's mom has been watching Wonder Years, like
great show
on whatever ABC, whatever streaming on, and like it is a really 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 good show, but that motherfucker's dated, dude. It's like wow.
Yeah,
that is an old ass show.
But what's crazy about Wonder Years is that it's not a sitcom. Like it's not set up like in it's not a multi-camera show.
Right. It's not like a Malcolm in the Middle type of thing.
No, it's closer to Malcolm in the Middle because it's a single camera show. It's not multi-camera because like sitcoms are multi-camera. So there's camera. It's a sound stage and there's cameras like on there's several cameras across the sound stage and then they flip the stages around as you're recording the show. Single camera is like Malcolm in the Middle or Wonder Years.
Focus,
or I don't say that's a bad example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
but the Wonder Years is more of a drama than it is. Like,
it's one of the earlier, like sitcom drama because it's kind of like a sitcom. Well, maybe it's not like. I
think it's presented as a sitcom, but it is a drama.
But it is, yeah, it is a drama,
like a
and it's
drama.
a single camera.
Yeah,
it's almost like a single camera sitcom.
That's, I mean, that I've so like I don't know the difference in Malcolm in the Middle and other things. That single camera has always kind of like confused me, but that makes sense when you think about it from this perspective of the person on stage.
Yeah,
like where are those cameras? Where is that one camera? How are we filming this? Does that make sense? But yeah, Wonder Years it just looked really dated, and I was like, damn, dude. Even though like, I enjoy it, I can respect it, I get it. It's like, dude, that is pretty fucking dated.
Like content wise, dialogue, or what do you? I mean, it's been a long time since I watched Wonder Years.
Like content wise, like for sure, it is just fucking dated. Like that stuff does not make sense anymore.
Even though the show takes place in the 60s.
Yeah, to the point where like yeah, that's just like at this point it's just like, oh, that's cool. Like I'll read about that in the history books type of thing.
I see.
It holds no water anymore. And it's just kind of interesting. Like the older shows get like really, and then I watched like Miracle on 34th Street the other night.
Which one?
The original, the black and white one.
Oh, from 34, 35, yeah.
fucking fantastic.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Dude, like,
It's so good.
I watched like Home Alone, and then I watched most of Home Alone 2. I kind of skipped it, and then it bled into Home Alone 3,
Yeah.
which I immediately turned off. And then I watched Elf, and I was like, I'm on a high. Actually, it was the other night when I was doing my Weezer notes. I love
man.
Elf. Elf's top 3.
No,
But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna kick it back a little bit. It's been a long time since I watched Miracle on 34th, and so I watched it. And yeah, it's goofy. Like the acting is way over the top. It's like Nathan Lane acting, right?
of course.
It's like
that was the
theater
era.
acting. It's cool, but like, dude, it's just like the magic was there.
Yeah.
The magic got me, and I'm watching downstairs, doing my Weezer notes, and like I cannot stop watching. Usually, like I can like do the notes for, and then kind of like peek at the screen every now and then. But like I had to put the computer down. I was like, dude,
It's a great movie.
this movie's fucking good.
It's really.
It holds up.
It does.
It's the magic.
I would say like the '90s one doesn't really. The one with the girl who played Matilda.
Yeah,
That one. I used to watch that one a lot as a kid because my sister would watch it. But the original definitely is fantastic.
which I watched Matilda the other night too,
Great movie.
and Matilda holds up.
It fucking holds up
Matilda's
so well.
so
yeah.
good. It's like
I watched it a few
frightening.
years ago. Yeah, I watched it a few years ago. Miss Trunchbull, that's a terrifying villain.
She's a psychopath.
She is. She's fucking insane.
She's crazy.
Yeah. And then when they break into her house, oh my god,
It's
dude.
frightening.
It's so intense when they
You
break
think
into
they're
her
going
house.
to die. Like, you
Yes.
think she's going to kill
Yes,
her. She
it's-
looks out the window. It's like a scary movie.
But then when you think about like Miss Trunchbull has such like a sad, unfortunate life.
she does. She does kind of like fucking kill that dude, but
Well, yeah, but
yeah, it's
you kind of feel for her too.
You do.
By the end of it, you feel for
which
Miss
is like
Trunchbull.
the perfect movie, right? Like villains should get their dues. Like
Yeah.
villains should get fucked up at the end.
Oh, and then how fucked up her parents are too, Matilda's parents.
Yeah,
God damn.
that's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Dude, what are we talking about?
Yeah, let's
How,
go.
how far into this episode are we? We're just fucking going on these rants.
Let's wrap it
Oy.
up pretty soon. We're only an hour and 40.
Okay.
This was
That
knew
sounds
this
terrible
you,
for Blue.
you act like this. You knew this not going to be a long. You knew this could be a long one.
Yeah, but I thought we would focus more on the album.
Really, honestly,
album.
I only really care about touching upon The World Has Turned and then Holiday, which we only have another one too. Anyways, it is No One Else.
I know we might as well. No, okay, so No One Else is my 6B. The World Has Turned is my 7, and Holiday's my 8.
Damn, Holiday's so low.
Holiday's great, but
I'm the opposite. I go Holiday, and then I go World, and then I go No One Else. No One Else is my second least favorite song on the album.
so let's just choose one of these songs and then wrap it up.
So I'm just gonna run through No One Else real quick.
Okay,
That's
then I guess
so
we'll
like
run
that's a
through No One Else.
repurposed version of Paperface. If you know like Paperface.
Paperface is so good.
Paperface so
That's a great song.
but Paperface doesn't fit on Blue.
No, it's too aggressive.
It's too
way-
aggressive. It's
I think it's
Rivers
arguably,
is yelling.
I think Paperface is arguably their most aggressive song they've ever made. On across any album, aggressive. I'm not saying
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's
not saying
like
heavy,
the most
but
punk
aggressive.
rock song they've
Yeah.
ever fucking done, huh?
because their heaviest songs are definitely on Maladroit.
Paperface. Like Rivers is actually screaming on that one. So yeah, like No One Else is a repurposed version of Paperface. It's the only song on the album in standard tuning because
But-
everything else is dropped down half a step.
No, you're right in that, but No One Else. No, I wouldn't say it's. I don't see your Paperface comparison there. I don't see it. I don't hear it.
So Paperface is that's on Billy Talent actually.
Yeah, that did sound. That was very Billy Talent. Yes.
So I can't hum it, but go back. I guess if we had notes.
Well, I mean,
here.
it has that. What is it? The ascending riff. It has the very kind of ascending riff.
Paperface is just faster. So Paperface has like a faster kind of like chord pattern. I never heard a Paperface till I moved to the West Coast.
Well, I guess okay. I guess really the similarities, the only similarities would be that No One Else is the most punk song in that he plays the exact same riff in the verse and the chorus.
It's just slow as fuck.
It's much slower than say a punk song or Paperface. But yeah, it is the same riff.
Because essentially no one else is. But
really
but it's just slow as fuck.
It is a lot slower. Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I have no one else that I really care about.
Okay,
The
let's
World
move
Has
on.
Turned. This is as far as like the Blue album is concerned, this is the oldest Weezer song. This was on their original demo. This is before Kitchen Tapes. This is the oldest Weezer song that has made it to the Blue album. And it's fucking good, man. That opening like Pat riff. This is the best. This is the coolest like thing that Pat does on this album, drum wise. And Rivers spent like 6 hours like trying to get that solo down. And you know, when you get a good producer in there, you get a good producer in there. And Rick was like, well, how about you do something like this? And then Rick just hums something into the mic when Rivers in the studio. I was like, okay, how about this? And the solo in this, it's fucking dope.
It's good.
This is a cool ass solo. It's not like melodic like some of his other solos. It's just a good fucking hard rockin' solo.
So 2 things I want to bring up about not just this song, but the producer, Rick Ocasek. Actually, let's start with Rick Ocasek. So great producer, did a great job on this record, and everything will be all right.
So good.
He's an incredible producer. I don't really care for the Cars, whatever.
They're first Cars record is
it's
on the notes for you to listen to.
It's a good record. It is a good record.
Oh
but
my
anyway,
God, it's so good.
Rick Ocasek, going back to Buddy Holly too. The band didn't want Buddy Holly on the record. Rivers didn't want that song on the record. Rick Ocasek pushed it. He would literally write notes and leave them strategically in the studio.
Yeah.
For the
Buddy
band.
Holly.
And Matt Sharp would talk about it like in interviews, like saying like, yeah, we didn't really want the song on the record, but it's like, but he would constantly push that song. You got to put it on the record. And eventually they did. It blew up.
And it's arguably their biggest song.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It really, really is. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up because we didn't bring it up during Buddy Holly, but also in this song, what I love about it is that not Rick Ocasek wise, but just overall, how normally a band would incorporate the acoustic guitar with the electric guitar with the distortion. It would just be normally acoustic guitar just kind of strumming away, the electric guitar doing distortion, doing whatever it does. But in this, the acoustic guitar,
it's so loud.
It's so fucking loud in the mix, but it's just single notes. It's not. He's not strumming chords.
It's not like Jonas, right? Where it's
No.
like picking shit.
But he's still hitting the single notes.
Yep.
He's hitting single notes, not just strumming it. But then you have the big, heavy, distorted, chuggy fucking guitars underneath it, underneath the single clean
How
ass
does that make
acoustic
sense?
notes.
Who does
it
that?
makes zero fucking sense.
Who fucking
and then out
does
of
that?
nowhere, once you get out of that intro into the verse, into the verses, it's the acoustic guitar is completely gone. Like normally you would get like in the background, you would get a transition,
or
you would
outward, right?
You would get that, or you would have the acoustic guitar buried in the mix underneath the electric guitar. It's completely gone. It's just the electric guitar, the distorted guitar, I should say, and the bass, and it's just this really heavy, kind of like stoner rock, sludgy.
This really is like a stoner rock song.
It is. It really, really
Just
is.
a
It's
nerdy
a
way.
bizarre. It's a weird song, but it's fucking good. It's great.
I like that.
But there's no, like you said, there's no transitions, but also the way they mix it is really weird. Why they decided on not just strumming the acoustic guitar, but instead just hitting the single notes in the chords. It's fucking incredible. It's the little things. It's the little nuances that make this record so good.
I like the idea of leaning into this song like a stoner rock song because
But it really is. Because
is.
it's so sludgy in the verse. It's just very low.
It's like nerd sludge.
It's fucking good, man. It's good.
That is okay. Well, okay.
Anyway. Just took a sip.
That's okay.
Just took a sip. Do we have anything else on the world? Has turned and left me?
No, I had written down a Rivers quote, but it's too long. I don't really want to read it. But I wrote it down because it's fucking weird.
Well, actually, real quick, going back to No One Else, and then this song, The World Has Turned. Lyrically, I do like the connection between the two songs because No One Else is about like a really jealous, sexist boyfriend who just wants her to be like a perfect wife, a perfect like Americana kind of wife or girlfriend, I should say. And then by the time you get to the world has turned and left me. She's left him and now he's completely heartbroken, but he doesn't know why. Like he has no remorse. He doesn't talk about the reasons why she left him. And I just love how just stupid and misogynistic and sexist this specific character is, even though it's probably written in the perspective of Rivers. I think it's awesome.
I mean, that's why I like Rivers. I mean, I like his lyrics because I think he's a good lyricist. I think he's a good songwriter. I think he portrays what he's feeling well enough to grab a hold of, and it's not complicated to get into. But if you wanted to read into it, then you can a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the shit he said about the world that's turned has left me here is fucking weird. I'm just gonna read it in general.
Yeah, so specifically, what did he say?
So he said, "I'm tempted to think that the song "The World That's Turned and Left Me Here" is about the day my girlfriend left me. I remembered that sad day. I picked up my guitar. I spilled tears. Yada yada. But I think carefully, and I remember that a week later he met this new girl, and I was over that first girl. But still, to this day, that song makes me sad. Talking about the world that's turned,
Yeah,
and it still rings true. So maybe it wasn't about what's her name at all." Maybe it's about the sublimated tale of how my mom refused to suckle me one night in my infancy. Who am I to say?
that's weird.
This is Rivers. This is Rivers at his best. No filter, just fucking weird. Why would you say that kind of shit?
Yeah,
and don't forget, this is the same guy that called, what song did he call Disney gay? He called fucking one of these songs. Only in Dreams. Only in Dreams in like 2001 or 99. He said that Only in Dreams was like a least favorite song of his because it was gay. Gay, gay, gay. Disney gay.
Wow.
That's what he said. And they asked him later, like fucking a decade later, that, hey, just remember when you said that shit? He's like, yeah, I did say that. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Sorry, dude. Like that's okay. Rivers,
yeah,
dude.
I mean that. Yeah.
Emotions on your sleeve, right? You gotta respect that.
No,
you gotta respect the guy that just fucking
it.
like just says shit because that's how he feels at the time.
Yeah.
But like, why would you say that? Like maybe this song stemmed from like me not being able to like suckle my mom properly.
That's a weird thing to say.
What is that?
Or maybe he's
Fucking
just kind of trolling.
Love it. Is it a long con?
But the whole gay comments and then the Disney gay thing, that was definitely of its time.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
when we were growing up in middle school, we threw that around a lot. You know,
and like if anybody has seen Rivers like in interviews or if we've talked to Rivers in person.
Yeah, I mean we hung out with him like a month ago.
We've yelled at him and stuff.
Yeah,
but like Rivers is not a guy that like wants any kind of confrontation or wants to harm anybody in any way possible.
Yeah,
he's just a very reserved dude that just loves everybody and just loves doing things. But yeah, that comment did not age well, but it did not age unwell. It's just something he said at the time.
Yeah, that
was very, I don't know, off the cuff. It was cute.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's cute, but
it's endearing. It's endearing.
Let's just say it's something.
Because people constantly ask him about it, and he knows people ask him. Yeah, I said that shit. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was thinking this at the time. And that's why he said this. Like, I'm sorry about it.
But I think what that comes down to is that he doesn't care about fame. He really and that dates back to the Pinkerton era. He doesn't care about fame. Like it's just like, okay, that's what I said. Let's move on. Like
you know what's crazy too?
I don't want to talk about it, but if you're gonna ask, I'm gonna give you a straightforward answer, and then we can move on. Like it's just he doesn't care about not being famous. I mean,
I'm gonna double check it right now.
I mean, literally, that's why he's written a lot of shit albums in the last 15 years. So, and also talking about yelling at Rivers. Yes, we have literally yelled at Rivers Cuomo.
And he
so that's not even like a joke or an exaggeration. We've yelled at him. But what were you saying?
So just like another comparison between Beach Boys and Weezer, because Rivers like loves Brian Wilson. Rivers loved Beach Boys. Pet Sounds came out in '66.
Okay. Yes.
Pinkerton came out in '96.
Yes.
Both were kind of panned when they came out, but retrospective became like the greatest of all time of that generation. What are you rolling your head at, Pinkerton or Pet Sounds?
Nah, they're actually both amazing.
Dude, Pet Sounds is like the Pet Sounds is the bee's fucking knees.
I know, it's a great record.
It is not my favorite Beach Boy album, but like
I know
Pet Sounds,
it really is.
Dude, Pet Sounds changed the game.
I know.
Okay, all right.
It is,
but
really
like,
good.
there's just
but I'm really just. It still irritates me that you think that any Beach Boys is better than Rubber Soul and that irritates me.
I think like production wise, I think Pet Sounds may be the greatest album
Better than
ever
Sgt. Pepper's
been.
production wise.
Dude. Sgt. Pepper's isn't even like top 3 fucking Beatles album. You're stupid. Let's get the fuck
we're
outta
not
here.
talking about. We're talking about just production wise.
The production of Sgt. Pepper's is stupid. It's choppy. It's disjointed. It's dumb. It's trying to be like this story, and it's fucking dumb, dude. If Magical Mystery Tour is a better produced album than Sgt. Pepper's is.
Okay.
Fuck out of here with Sgt. Pepper. Sgt. Pepper's may be like one of the most overrated like albums of all time.
Just like Zeppelin 4 is, right?
I don't think Zeppelin 4 is overrated.
Oh my god.
I think it's adequately rated. I just don't think it's that great. I just don't think it's their best. I think Sgt. Pepper's is like objectively overrated. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we at? Where are
No,
we
I'm
at
done.
here?
I'm good. I'm good.
We've gone over every song.
I think I have everything here. I have that. You don't like Holiday? Let's go away for a while.
I mean, we've talked about so much on this record.
Holiday's good though. Holiday's good.
It's a great record.
Okay.
Or a great song. Great record. What am I?
Well, you can say record because the Grammy for the best record, whatever, is for the single itself rather than album.
What are you going on about?
Well, I was trying to help you, but you okay?
I can't be helped. Clearly.
Well,
So okay, so let's.
well, I've
let's
had 3 beers tonight, and I can't fucking do it.
Dude, we're like fucking 7 beers deep.
And Holiday
Anyway.
too. That's another. Let's
Okay, let's
go
get
away
into it.
for a while. That's a fucking Pet Sound song, dude.
It is. You're
Oh my
right.
God.
So
All right. So anyway, like the Blue album is not just like a perfect album. It's not just like, it's a good album. That's like, this is a game changer. This is something that the 90s had not accounted for. This is something that has been forgotten over time, where people think, oh, remember the 90s? Yeah, that was grunge, man. And like Nevermind came out, and like Nirvana ruled, and Soundgarden and 10. Like, yeah, those were great albums. And Dirt, fuck yeah. But like, no, dude. Blue is better than all of those. Blue is better than anything Nirvana had ever produced, ever put out. Anything. This changed the game. Yes, Nirvana was like trying to kill like the rock star. But
Blue is better. Come on, dude.
But Blue killed the rock star while also like inspiring others.
Saying that Blue is better than Nevermind and In Utero is insanity.
Blue is better than okay,
dude. Come
on. Blue is better than Nevermind. Yes.
No.
Blue is better
no,
than
it's not.
In Utero?
No, it's not.
Blue is
it's
better
not.
than In Utero? I don't know.
It's not better than In Utero or Nevermind. No.
Blue is better than Nevermind.
No,
yes.
it's not.
It
Shut
is.
up. Get out of here.
It is.
Shut up.
I'm just saying
Continue.
it is.
Continue.
I'm just saying it is.
Continue your bad joke and then give this record a rating.
Blue holds more water today than Nevermind does.
Shut up. It does not.
It does.
No.
It does.
No, it doesn't. That's fucking stupid.
It's done more
objectively,
for music
subjectively,
than Nevermind.
no. Get out of here.
It's
Go.
done
No.
more for music than Nevermind. Nevermind did more for music, probably maybe in like
I've
mid-90s.
never been so shocked by something so stupid you've ever seen. Like I'm really.
What are you talking about?
I cannot
here?
believe you're saying that Blue is more significant to music than Nevermind.
Just saying.
That's just fucking no. That's dumb.
This Blue is like the dark horse of the '90s. That's what.
I don't care if it's a dark horse
That's what
or not.
It is.
Okay, whatever.
Like
Continue.
Blue is aged like a nice wine. Nevermind is aged like a cheese. Like, it's gotten kind of gross. Whatever. I'm over it. Blue's better.
Okay, continue.
I mean, like, obviously this is a 3. What do you think it's not going to be a 3? Like, obviously it's a 3. Like, are the ratings higher than a 3? I don't know. This is a perfect record. It's
no,
stupid.
You're right. You're right. This record, Blue is a perfect record. I mean, we just went out. We spent 2 hours talking about this damn record.
159.
Okay, we'll close. Well, no, because we have some dead air. But yeah, so 2 hours talking about Blue. It is a perfect record. I think it really did change the trajectory of indie music, for sure, indie music, but also pop music a little bit too. Not obviously bubblegum pop, but pop rock music. It definitely changed the. You
gotta listen to the Cars' first record. Like, put some headphones on and just like sit back and listen to the Cars' first record.
It's good.
Even hold on there, dude. It's not just good, but like, even if you don't like the music, like, listen just like his production on that.
I'll listen. I'll give it a
good.
More open-minded.
God damn, it's so good.
But anyway, yeah, Blue by Weezer, absolute perfect record. A truly musical
It's a masterpiece.
significant.
This is a masterpiece.
Significant record. Yeah, it is a
This is
a
a Picasso.
It is truly something special.
This is a Leonardo or Raphael.
Top 3. I mean,
or
it really,
Michelangelo.
It's a top 3.
Or Donatello.
Top 3 Weezer record. It really is a top 3 Weezer record.
Stupid idiot.
So with that,
I'm
I don't
upset.
know. I have nothing else to say. We've talked so much.
Yeah, we've like fucking 14
We have more Star Wars to watch. We got to watch Revenge of the Sith.
We haven't even ordered food yet.
Revenge
so
of
we're
the Sith.
starving
Revenge
here.
of the Sith next. So thank you all for listening, and go follow us, tell all your friends, and that's it. That's all.
What did you
Just recover. What? What'd you say?